Welcome, welcome, welcome. Right. First burp of the night. Get that out of the way. So for those that you were sitting in the chat and have just heard the brand new intro track supplied by Six and Sparkle here on Twitch. And Baz dropping a resub, thank you very much. And Blue Jay, thank you very much for your resub as well. 6 months for both of you guys. Appreciate it very, very much. So brand new intro track for the stream. More in line with the content that I've always put out. The whole mantra that I've always used. Heavy metal, horror, heavy metal, video games, and D&D, of course. So thank you so much to Mr. Six from Six and Sparkles for supplying said track. You will hear it again at the end of tonight's show. It'll be our outro as well. So if you do want to hear the full track again, let me know. I can post links in the Discord. So, but unless we have any other announcements, which I don't think we do, unless anyone else in the playlist has anything to say before we get started. I know Anari's probably going to go help because she is going to die. No, kidding. There's a strong possibility that someone may or may not die.
I'm just looking for any sleep potions.
If you see anything go flying across the room and hit the DM, you'll know it was from me.
Well, the DM's not here yet. He's getting there, but you won't be able to see it because the DM's on a black screen, so it works out pretty well.
Timing is everything.
But I have set the map ready to go. So obviously we'll do our recap as usual, and then we'll get right into the nitty gritties. So if no one else has anything else to say, we will get the show started.
Still looking for potions of sleep or spells of sleep.
Yes. Alessandros is sleepy. So we're going to hand over to the DM and start our recap. We'll just get some mood music running. Welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Dungeons and Dragons. So, last week, Fiala manages to rescue Inari from the large pit that was full of retractable spikes, which she inadvertently had set off in her investigations. Moves her back to Het and Sadiq on the left-hand side of this pit, as Fiala then returns to completing her web bridge, while Alessandros waits on the other side. Sadiq then moves across, no hassles, doesn't seem to have any problems. Then Het and Inari move across together, struggling a little bit with the flimsiness of the bridge under their weight. About 2/3 of the way across, Het nearly falls. Inari's hanging on for dear life onto Het's armour. Quick thinking from Sadiq, however, and a little bit of assistance from the Fiala spider with some webbing, Sadiq manages to lasso Het, and both once again swung as the bridge breaks, taking a little bit of damage hitting the wall on the opposite end, but not taking any further piercing damage from the spikes below, and retrieved to safety. You then find yourself in a corridor with seemingly nowhere to go, but a little bit of investigation discovers yet another secret entrance into a 10x10 room with a door on one side. Alessandros then finds that the door is untrapped, and you move into a very cluttered room. After a little bit of investigations, looking around bits and pieces, you discover a bunch of chests and coffers, and it was decided that maybe we should have a look. The first chest, Het finds some coin. Fiala, taking Het's lead, opens the next chest only to discover that it is trapped, and you are set upon by several swarms of poisonous snakes. And with that, you enter into yet another combat. From there, you dealt with them relatively quickly. They were relatively easy to kill. No one really took too much damage from these snakes. You then proceed to clear out the rest of these chests. Sadiq searching yet another one, finding nothing but a small orb, which, when given to Het to put into the bag of holding, transports all of your consciousnesses to seemingly another plane of existence or another place, and you witness a conversation had between someone that you are all too familiar with, the human form of Kosis, the red dragon, and a hooded figure which you believe to be Ildri, the white dragon. It is revealed that Kosis is on a path of revenge for wrongs done to his kind, and for what was done to him in sending him to the Nine Hells, and still seems to wish to have Ildri at his side. Not 100% convinced that that is her course of action, she reveals that she was heading back to her lair to ponder on what decision needs to be made. Whether she's going to help the realm of men once more, or return to her former love's side and rule with him, yet to be seen, it seems. Het then searching the last of these coffers, finding a small parchment with a small message, very cryptic, just a single line: your friend still lives. A little bit of discussion about who this friend might be. Everyone sort of thinks, well, everyone that is friends is here in this room. So not much was thought of that, and with that, Karen Anari decides she's going to check out the tapestries on the wall, only to fall victim to some form of mould which seems to cover her face and neck and causes her to be unable to breathe. After a bit of back and forth between you all, it's discovered that cold damage was the recipe of the day, and it managed to shatter this mould. Not before rendering Anari unconscious, however. With that, in that time too, Fiala had transformed into a air elemental, revealing a secret passage behind yet another tapestry, which Het dispatched quickly with another blast of cold energy. There was lots of things happening as Anari was brought back to life. Het giving her an eyeball to eat, which she promptly power vomited all over everybody. The air elemental spraying it all around the room. Wasn't a pretty sight. But once you sorted out all that bits and pieces, Fiala returning to her natural form and revealing this trapdoor leading to yet another crawl space. Collect was sent down to have a look. Revealed that at the other end was another corridor leading to a large iron door. You all proceed down the passageway to the iron door, which is big double iron doors. Once through the iron doors, you entered into a large, almost looked like a throne room. Several large pillars, or several smallish pillars, should I say, scattered about the room. There's a lot of broken pillars as well. This room looks like it hasn't been used in quite some time. As you glance around the room, you find at one end 3 single doors, and on opposite corners you find the same devil's face that you found at the start of the labyrinth. One the same colour, one in a bluish grey colour. Anari spies a pile of gear sitting below the green devil's face. Recognising it almost instantly, runs over to recollect her items, only to find it is but a cruel illusion, that nothing is actually there. You then spend some time discussing back and forth about what to do next, and searching the throne, the crown, the scepter, Het discovering that there is more magic in this room, taking some time to sort of find potentially a keyhole, finding nothing. Then suddenly from the large hole in the left hand side of the throne room, behind what seems to be a large pile of scorched bones and remains, a loud breathing could be heard. You all turn as the breathing grows louder, and emerging from this large gaping hole in the wall, a tentacled creature, one large eye, several eyes are topping these tentacles, reveals itself, grinning with large, pointy teeth, turning to you all and speaking 4 simple words. What have we here? And this is where we rejoin our heroes and rejoin our story. And we will not go to the battle map just yet. Initiative has not been initiated by this creature. It is floating about 10 feet off the air, off the ground, sorry. You guys are all now sort of 20 or so feet, actually probably more than that, looking at it, 10, probably about 40 feet from this creature on the opposite side of the room. You're at the throne still, or sort of around the throne area. And it is just looking at you. He's made that statement, made that question, and hasn't made any advance at all, and is just floating there looking at you all.
Anyone? Any ideas? Anyone?
Where was Het last we left off? Was it? I think he was beside the throne, correct?
Yes. From my recall, Fiona was at the throne searching for the keyhole potentially. Sadiq and Het, you were on the it's like a three-tiered level up to the throne. You guys were on the steps, along with Alessandros at the bottom of the steps, and Anari was still making her way across the room. So she's probably about 15-20 feet behind you guys, making her way to the throne. So you're all 40-50 feet. Anari's probably further away than that from this entity as it reveals itself.
Het, getting close to the throne, will situate himself between the throne and the creature, but still so he can see the creature. And he will say, if you others don't mind, Het will speak first.
By all means, Het. By all means.
Het says, "O mighty creature who runs this place, we bring you gifts." And Het slowly takes his backpack down, pulls out the jar of eyes and slips the backpack back on. And he says, "I see you have many eyes. I bring you more to add to your collection."
The creature sort of looks in your direction. I mean, he's looking at all of you and blinks once, very slowly, and sort of looks at you, Het, and just you hear this. You're an amusing little one, aren't you?
Thank you. And Het gets down on one knee and holds the jar forward, and he says, "I am Het. Oh, great one, what is your name?"
Well, Het, you say. I am the mighty Kulan. You have stumbled into my domain. What has brought you here? What do you seek?
Well, Kolan, myself and my friends here, that's Ali, and that's Fiela, that one's Anari, and the big green guy over there, that's Sadiq. We come here searching for something you may be keeping aside for us, I think.
You say you come in search of something. I know who you are. Lions of the Land.
Oh goody, got the newsletter.
Kulan knows all. You come seeking aid in the battle against the mighty Kosis. Do you not?
Man, he is good. You are correct.
Well, usually I would just defeat anyone stumbling into this chamber. But I am also no fool, and if Kosis and Asmodeus are to succeed, then they will try and have me bend the knee, which will not happen.
I can see how that would be difficult.
He's amused by you. You can see he's kind of more not so amused, more bemused. Like he gets your wit. He actually is. He seems like he's kind of enthralled by it. He knows you mean no disrespect.
It is just terrified, and that is how he covers it up.
I kind of figure, because none of you guys have seen this thing before either. You've made your studies about the beholder. You know he's a beholder by the descriptions that you found in the books that you read. You weren't entirely sure of the intelligence of the beholder. I think now very quickly you've realized that this entity is not stupid. He is not prone to just unbridled violence. He has an air of intelligence that may work in your favor if you are careful, and you would understand that with your teachings and readings too. Even Sadiq, you would probably realize that quite quickly as well. That if you're careful, you're not going to get an ally, but you may get out of this without any kind of battle if you're careful.
Would I have come across them in my time?
Inari, you've probably heard of them. You've probably never seen one. You've definitely heard of them, but you've never ever seen a beholder or never fought a beholder or encountered one. But you've definitely heard of what they are. You don't know much about them, but you've definitely heard of them. He sort of floats to one side a little bit and sort of turns and says, well, let's see what we can do. Behind you, you will see 3 doors. One of you will make a decision. Behind one of those doors, you will find that which you seek, and a way to leave this place. But if you choose poorly, behind one door is certain death for all of you. Behind the third will be certain death for one of you. I will give you a moment to discuss, or we can just fight it out to the death, and then if you defeat me, you can have the run of this place. But good luck getting out. You have been here quite some time already, have you not?
Do we get any clues about the doors?
Why would you need clues?
Okay.
So,
And do any of you turn to look at the doors?
Yes.
absolutely.
So as
I
you
turn to
turn,
look at Ellie.
you look at the 3 doors behind you. On the left-hand side of the room is the green devil face. On the right-hand side is the bluish grey one. And in between those, there are 3 insets. So they're inset into the room, so they're almost like little closets. But all 3 doors are identical. They're all the same colour. They're all the same, made out of the same materials. Essentially, you have a 33.3% chance of choosing the right door or the wrong door.
I'm like, guys, should we go for the bluish grey one?
The bluish grey what?
Door.
There is no bluish grey door.
I thought you said there was something to do with bluey grey.
That's the devil face.
Oh, there's no help. Let's not choose the green one.
There is no green door
There's
either.
no green door.
They're all brown doors.
There is no
Roll a
spoon,
d6.
Nutty.
Man, Nutty! There is a green devil face on the left, a bluish grey devil face on the right, with 3 identical doors in the middle.
Go for the one closest to the bluish grey.
So the one on the right.
Yeah.
I guess,
But-
Sadiq, if they choose it, they open it, right?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Sounds fair. No.
The only
Okay.
problem is, one door is certain death for us all, and one door is certain death for one of us. Excuse me, Mr. Colan, but the third door is certain death for no one?
The third door shall house the items you seek and a way to escape the labyrinth.
The
Ah,
third door. 1, 2, 3, and it's closest to the grey. The grey. Not closest to the green, it's closest to the grey.
Sadiq, what say you?
I have no idea, but you know what? The right door sounds just as good as any other.
Do you want me to open it?
Maybe you would like...
Collect can open it.
yeah, Nari, you don't look so good.
If it's certain death for one of us, it's going to be
One of us.
one of us no matter what, or it's going to be all of us, or it's going to be none of us. So
How about maybe
I've
we
got-
check the
I've-
doors out?
I've got the feeling the certain death isn't going to come from the door itself. It's
Yeah,
gonna come
but,
from
beholder dude, are we able to
My
examine these doors?
name is Kolan, little
Colin,
one.
dude? Are we able to examine these doors?
By all means.
Alright. Yeah. In their investigation on all 3 doors for any differences or
Okay, roll investigation for door number 1. We'll call it door number 1, but there's no specific order. But the left-hand most door, roll investigation for that.
it's a brown wooden door.
What was your roll?
9.
It's a door. It's a very well-made door. And the second?
18.
It's a brown wooden door. You
Crap.
don't find anything unusual about it. You try it. You try the handle. It's not locked. You don't open it, of course, but
Hell no.
it looks just exactly the same as the first door. And your third on the last door.
Nat 20, 26.
26.
Nice roll.
You look at the third door, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, you go back to the second door, and you go back to the first door, then back to the third door, and they're all identical, just as he said.
Okay.
Awesome.
I look at the guys and I'm like,
Don't breathe on your mic.
sorry. I'm breathing. Deep breath. And I say, right. Would you like me to open the third door? I'm going to go and open that third door. I have a feeling.
You have a feeling.
I have a feeling.
an inkling.
Is there anywhere to hide?
Is this feeling like the same feeling that you had when you stuck your hand in the mouth of the
No.
green?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Just before you open the door, Colan the Great, and head bows again. If this was your decision, and I know you are one great being, but if this is your decision, which door would you try?
Nice try, Master Het. but the decision is yours, and yours alone. Have you made your choice?
Yeah, screw it, go the right door and get it over and done with.
Vehicle.
So who is opening the door, and which door is it?
I'll open it.
Which door?
The third one.
The third door, the rightmost door by the blue.
The rightmost door
Okay.
by the blue. Yep.
So
Okay,
to answer the
make
question
sure you
about
come in
is there a place to hide? There are several pillars holding the wall up, or holding the ceiling up, and there are several broken ones. You can see by the size of Kolan that the broken ones is probably because of him, because he is quite large, and the pillars aren't big enough to hide behind, but they would be big enough to maybe break line of sight momentarily. They're probably only about sort of 2.5 feet around. They're not huge. So, Inari,
I wait for everybody to hide.
there is no hiding, unfortunately.
Okay. I'm going to look at everybody. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to walk up confidently and open that door.
So, as you approach the door, you walk up to it, you reach out, you grab the handle. I need to make a dice roll.
Fuck. What kind of dice? Oh, you're making a dice roll.
I'm making a dice roll.
No, don't make a dice roll.
You reach out, you place your hand on the handle, and you go to turn and open the door. 1 second, I need to check something before I make my final ruling here.
I don't like that.
Inari gets turned into a chicken.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got
Even
dinner.
for dinner.
Nice, well done.
Perfect.
I've just got to remember
We'll
where
have the
you
leg
are.
cold, and the rest of us will.
Well, anything's possible. I mean, that one is that number. This could be interesting.
Oh, no.
So, as you reach out and you turn that handle and push the door open, you guys watch as Inari vanishes.
Again?
She's stark as nude somewhere.
And then suddenly she reappears at the throne right next to you, Fiala.
Nuri.
But this time she's not naked.
Oh.
She is fully armored. She has her weapons. She has her bag. And Kalan turns and looks at you all. And he will make one attack before you get to roll initiative. And he is going to turn to the group, and he will look directly at you, Het, because you're the one that spoke to him the most.
Yes.
Let me roll a quick dice here. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
That's not fair.
That will be saving throw. 12.
12. Het, you collapse where you stand, and you are, for all intents and purposes, you are asleep.
Oh, no.
And with that, I'll get everyone to roll initiative, including you, Het, so we can get initiative order. And we'll just switch over to our battle map here. For the rest of the viewers, holy Jesus, why are my videos so big? Hang on a moment. I've got to fix cameras, because cameras are huge. Sorry guys. I know why, because I forgot about an Ari's cam. What are you umming about?
I've somehow taken it out of windowed mode and I can't get to my other window to get to my thing.
What have you taken out of windowed mode?
Your stream.
Just close the stream and reopen it.
I can't. Hang on.
Escape.
F4 and 6 other buttons.
Oh dear.
So, Anara, you
I'll be right
have
back.
reappeared up here. Don't breathe on your goddamn microphone.
Oh, sorry. I thought it.
Sounds like a tornado. Holy shit. Fuck you, Hit.
I didn't do that.
Was that not you? Who was that?
You
Son of a
won't
bitch. Right, so we will get everyone's initiative. I would say Alessandros, but he's disappeared. So Hit, you first.
Hit. Hit gets 19,
19. Fiela.
and Killick gets 15.
Oh, where was Killick in all this?
So Killick would have been about 10 feet behind me, away from the beholder area.
So was he flying or not?
Yes, correct. He was flying 10 feet behind my position.
Right, so he'd be right up behind Fiala there. So, and what was Killick's?
15.
15.
I always forget to roll for him.
Yeah, I'm just have to. What's his HP?
That's a good question.
Actually, I don't need to. I don't need to know that. It's all good.
10.
So, what was his initiative? Sorry, 15.
15.
Sweet. Okay. So Fiala, yours.
21.
21. Nice. And Nari, yours.
7.
Woohoo! And Sadiq.
I got a great big 10.
10. And Alessandros, now that you're back, your initiative.
17.
17. So with that, Hit collapses before your eyes as a greyish ray of energy projects from one of the tentacles on atop of Colan's head, and he just grins, the goo and saliva dripping from these 3 feet long teeth that are in this massive thing's head. He's like, just to give you a scope of scale compared to you guys, he's probably 20 feet in diameter. He is huge, and he's floating about 10 feet from the ground as he sort of turns and faces you. As he fired the I-beam at Hit, Sadiq, your amulet lit up where it wasn't before. But the moment he turned and faced, it lit up, and he is evil, just so you know. With that, Fiala, you are the top of the initiative order. With Hit after that, but you're currently asleep.
I'd like to activate my Cloak of Vigilia and summon my Silver Dragon Wormling.
Cool. I kind of figured you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Now I've got to remember where I put the dragon. One second.
Dang dragon. Dang you, brother.
Where'd I put my dragons? Okay. Wrong one. This one.
He'll blame me, you know.
It's your fault anyway.
Why would I blame you? Oh, crap. Throwing shit around. So whereabouts are you going to place it?
It's about 10 feet from me, I suppose.
In front of you, beside you?
Not much room, is there?
No.
Just in line of the dragon in front of me is fine.
It would have to be just on the other side of Hit there. So to let you all know, I mean, obviously you guys should be able to see yourselves. We've got Sadiq there, we've got Hit prone on the ground, Inari, Fiala behind Inari, behind Kalek is Alashondas on the other side of the throne platform there. So that platform is sort of 2.5 feet up each sort of step, so at its pinnacle you guys are almost sort of 8 feet off the ground from like down on the base of this room. So your Cloak of Begilia, was that an action or a bonus action to cast?
I'm looking at it. It is a... I'm thinking it's an action.
I can't remember.
It's an action.
Action. Okay, so that was your action. So you have a bonus action left and movement if you wish.
I am gonna... I don't have anything to cure. I'm gonna hold.
You're gonna hold?
I don't have anything, yeah.
As far as you know, you're not sure what's happened with Het. He just collapsed. You're not sure that if he's asleep, unconscious, or what. You just, as far as you know, he's collapsed. And that's it. That's all you guys know. With that, Het, it is your turn. You can't do anything because you're asleep. So.
Do I get to make another save?
No, you do not.
Okie dokie.
So, with that, Alashondas, it is your turn. And Kalek's up after that. Kalek would know that you're just asleep too, by the way.
Affirmative.
You're muted.
I take it that was the bad door, or is all of the bad?
You don't know?
I'm asking the Zudi thingy.
He's just attacked Het, so... And he's grinning quite evilishly at you.
So...
But in response... actually, he probably would respond, actually. So you directly asked that, was that a bad door? He just looks at you and says, you chose poorly.
Jeez, thanks, Inari.
I got my stuff back. I'm good.
And he sort of, with that conversation, he quickly just turns and says to you all, I can't have a fight without you all at your best.
Why not?
And that, if you're going to say any more, will remove your action. I'll give you that as a free action. Anything more will be an action.
So, I guess move up the full 30 and...
Towards him?
Yeah. And
that'll get
pull
you
out
to
your
there.
sword as well.
And pull out your rapier? No worries.
Yeah. It's a free action to flame on, is it?
I'm not sure. It should say... I think it's a bonus action to speak the command word, is it not?
Hang on. Yeah, bonus.
Okay, so that was your action, bonus action, and your movement. So you are done.
Yep.
Collect. It is now Collect's turn.
Kalek will use... how far is he from Het?
He is approximately 10 feet... Well, depending on how high he is, he's 10 feet away from you. If he's 10 feet in the air...
He's only just sort of at my shoulder height.
Okay, so yeah.
That is fine.
10 feet.
He will swing down and slap Het continuously in the face. Say, wake up, master! Wake up, master!
And he does just that, and as he just starts slapping you, and he slaps you quite hard, but it's enough to rouse you from your magically induced sleep. You sort of come to, and it's like, what's going on? And you know instantly that you'd been put to sleep.
And then then Kalek will go invisible.
Kalek will go invisible?
Correct. And he will move his final 10 feet back, roughly where he came from, but at ground level.
Remove that. I'll leave his marker there, but he is invisible for all intents and purposes.
And that is Kalek, thank you.
No problem. Next up is Kolan's turn. Kolan turns to look at you all, and he moves. This is movement speed. I think it's flight 20. Moves to about there, and then just waits and sort of just grins again and turns to all of you and just says, "And who is next?" Sadiq, that would be you, with an Ari up after that.
Okay, I'm gonna do a blood curse of bloated agony.
Blood curse of bloated agony, okay.
Yep. Amplified.
Cool.
So, do that damage. And he's got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. Is that a magical effect? Is it is it a spell they're using?
No, it's a curse that I have. What it does is, if he fails, he gets disadvantage against strength and dex ability checks, and takes.
So it's not
1d8.
specifically a spell though. Like it's not in
No.
not in a spell list.
No.
Okay, that's generally what I wanted to know. So con save. So that would be a 24 on the con save.
Oh crap. Okay.
Yeah, he's got
He's
pretty
still
good.
affected by it, but he's just saved against.
So you can't because you use your own blood to cause the curse, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you sort of looking at this beast, not entirely sure what it's all about. You've never fought one before. You've only sort of read what you read about it. You release your own blood to curse the creature. The curse seems to take effect, but he doesn't seem to be affected the way you'd hoped immediately. With that, you have a bonus action, I'm assuming? Or was that your bonus action?
No, that's actually action. So for my rest, I'm gonna move up so I'm within melee range.
You can get
No.
right. You can get right underneath him.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong person.
I'm able to move up to 35 feet too. So
You can get right underneath him. He's still 10 feet in the air. So even though you're right underneath him, you still cannot reach him. He is just out of your reach of melee. He is hovering 10 feet from the air right now. But you are underneath him. Is that all of your turn?
yeah, that's all I can do.
Inari, your turn.
As my bonus action, I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns
Are you going to cast Hail of Thorns on yourself?
on myself. Yep.
As you touch yourself, as you attempt to cast it, doesn't feel the same. It should feel a certain way, and it just doesn't feel like the spell has worked at all.
Okay,
But that's your bonus action gone.
that's fine. I am going to, with sharpshooter for the first attack, because I still get 3 attacks, don't I? With
Yes,
my
you move your
crossbow.
microphone away from your mouth just a touch.
How's that?
Yep.
I am because have I got all of my arrows back as well?
Yes, whatever you had, whatever was in your pack, like everything, your armor class is back to full. You're still at the same hit points you were. You are also suffering from exhaustion because you were rendered unconscious.
Yep.
So you do have the disadvantages of saves and things that go with that. But yes, you do have everything that you had prior.
I was unconscious. I was unconscious.
Yes, you were dropped unconscious with the mold.
That's right.
So you are at disadvantage.
I honestly hadn't put the exhaustion. So I am going to with sharpshooter. Roll to hit my first one, and that is 11.
11 is a miss. Your first arrow goes wide.
Alright, second one is a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, do you want me to roll that in the Hail of Thorns?
You don't get Hail of Thorns.
Oh, it didn't work, did it? Okay.
You're going to roll your third hit. You do get 3 on your
Fine.
first attack.
Oh, of course.
My third hit is a 15.
That misses. So your first shot, you draw, knock your arrow and draw, and which bow are you using? Did you go to your own bow or
my own bow?
it's a vicious bow? Okay.
Yep.
So you currently have 2 bows, so you've got 2 bows on you, but you've chosen to use your bow. You draw, you fire. The first one seems to sort of glance off the side of his head. It almost seems to be an big bony protrusions from the side of his head, and seems to glance off one of the bony protrusions. The second shot strikes true. Your third shot going slightly wide. Roll damage for your second shot, please.
22.
And that was with sharpshooter, yeah?
Yep.
So 22 points of damage on your second shot there.
Yep.
And it strikes him sort of just to the left of his eye, not quite in his eye, but he sort of twitches just a little bit, but it doesn't seem to really hurt him that much, and he just sort of keeps floating there, grinning as you now have movement if you wish.
I am going to use my movement to turn around and face who's behind me.
Viola.
I'm going to turn around and face Viola.
Okay. There is no movement. You can turn around and face her. That's fine. You still have 30 feet of movement if you've got it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all I want to do.
Back to the top of the order. So Fiela. Hit, you're up after that.
Do I do my dragon's move first or me?
Yeah, do your dragon on your initiative. So.
All right. So my dragon's gonna move right in front of the treasure pile there. That's
which is the pile of corpses, by the way. That's just what it represents. Yeah, that's what it represents. This room is quite dark too, guys. None of the torches in here are lit. There's a whole bunch of torches around the room, so the room itself is actually quite dark at the moment. Just the light from Alessandro's sword, and if Sadiq has his right of dawn up, or whatever right he's got up, that is the only light you guys have at this point.
Right. And he's gonna try and do a paralyzing breath.
A paralyzing breath?
Yeah.
Okay. And the save on that?
It's a con save.
Con save? That would be a 21 on the con save.
He passes. So, I think that's his turn.
Yeah, it was movement and an attack, yes.
Now it's my turn, I guess. And I will cast Healing Spirit, 2nd level, on top of Inari, which is my stag of healing.
So your stag of healing?
Yeah.
As you go, again, you release the spell, nothing happens.
Oh,
the spell does not take effect.
Oh no.
So mark off a spell slot if you use one.
Yep.
Almost like it sparks from your fingertips, but just nothing happens.
Oh. Alright. And I'm going to move a little bit behind my dragon so that I'm behind his leg.
Cool. And that's your turn, so hit, you're up.
This effect, do we notice it like that? Does Hit notice the spell's not working?
Roll perception check. Fiala definitely would understand now that something's causing his spell not to work. Inari would also have the same knowledge that it should have worked, but something stopped it. So you both would not understand that something's blocking your spells. Hit perception check, please.
11.
11? No, you probably wouldn't realise at this point. You're still pretty groggy from being put to sleep, and you're sort of just coming back to consciousness. You're still
Sweet.
prone.
Hit will stand up. Hit will move his final 15 feet towards the throne.
Pretty much put you, if you want to, right, just on the opposite side of the throne there, just on the edge of the step.
Excellent. And then Hit will aim his lute forward and strum the chord and say, "Feel as though you're out in the cold," and he's going to try and fire Hit's ice spear at this beast.
You strum the chords, you say the words, but no spear reveals itself.
And as his bonus action, it will say, guys, something is broken. I think Mr. Oscopy over there is doing something bad. Okay, that's me.
That's you. With that, Alessandros, you're up. And collects on board after that.
So sword was bonus action for lighting it, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So it'd be bonus action to unlight it, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be. Well, actually, no, I'll give you a free action to turn it off if you wanted to.
Well, what I was going to do is travel 30, shadow step above the holder, and
Onto what?
onto the top of the beholder.
Onto him. Okay.
Yeah,
You can try.
I can try.
So you're going to attempt to you're going to speak the word and delight your sword.
Yes. Well, I can't do shadow step if it's lit now.
Exactly, this is true. So you can. Yep. Actually, your sword probably wouldn't have lit up, to be honest. It's a magical effect, isn't it? Is it not?
Yes. I
So it
believe
would
is.
not have lit in the first place. So
Okay, then.
yeah.
So yeah, so I'm finding that strange. Okay. So yeah, 30. Then
30 feet in which direction?
towards the beholder.
In a straight line?
Yep.
530, which will put you directly beneath him. Pretty much right next to Sadiq there. And you want to shadow step on top of him, you say?
Yes. Yes.
Roll a athletics, but it'll be his versus his athletics. So
Nat 20, 21.
he didn't get a natural 20, but he rolled a 23. So as you shadow step, you do get up there easily enough, but as you are up there, he sort of twists his head and one of the tentacles smash you right in the side of the face and throws you off. You'll need to make a dex save as you are thrown back to the ground.
Oh, because the ring wouldn't be working, would it?
Actually, depending on which way you go, give me 1 second. No, your ring would not be working in the direction you just fell.
Okay, so dex save, was it?
Dex save, yes.
20.
So you're lucky. You don't take any damage as you fall and you land almost 3 point right back next to just behind Sadiq there, as the tentacle sort of as you shadow stepped and were trying to find sort of purchase with your feet in amongst this hair of tentacles, one of the eyes just fixates on you and then just moves and bats you off like an insect, and you fall. But you're pretty dexterous and you're able to right yourself, so you did not take any damage. But I believe that would be your turn.
Yep.
Kalek is now on board.
So Kalek will not be invisible because it is
No,
magic.
he would not be invisible, indeed.
And the heads would utter to him, Kalek, move north and try again. And so Kalek is moving his full distance north.
Which is?
And trying to turn 40 feet.
40? He is still visible.
And as his action, he will try to... Oh, he's still visible?
He is still visible.
Nothing, Master. It's still the same. And that is it for Kalek.
With that, it is now Kolan's turn once again. All at once, you notice, as Kolan sort of looks around with his big eye sort of moving side to side, Kalek all of a sudden becomes invisible.
Oh.
And he will make firstly, is going to make a bite attack down at you, Sadiq. You're right, sort of down in front of him there. So he's going to sort of turn his attention down to you for a moment and come down for a bite attack on you, which is a 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
Sort of bites down and you move, you see him coming, and it's like these big teeth coming right for you. You sort of dodge, and he sort of snaps down. And it's the noise that close to his mouth is almost deafening, just that sickening crunch of teeth on teeth. And you get that sort of rotting flesh smell from his mouth as well. He will then use one of his legendary action. He's going to use a legendary action, and he is going to fire another ray. One of the eyes on top of his head sort of looks down, he looks around the room, and an eye focuses on your dragon, Fiala. And I need your dragon to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
$16.
16. Your Drake. Takes 55 points of necrotic damage. Is it reduced to 0 hit points?
Yes.
Your Drake is instantly dead. It just almost disintegrated on the spot. I mean, not disintegrated, but it just dies and disappears. And with that will be Kalan's turn. Sadiq, you're up.
I'm going to take a swing at Kalan because he's in range.
Yes, he will be in range for that brief moment, with him coming down to try and bite you. So take your swings. Anari, you're on board after this.
20 to hit.
That does hit.
That's 14 points of damage.
14. And your second?
That's a natural 20, so 26 to hit.
That does hit. Max your weapon damage, then roll your dice.
Okay, so maximum we should do, so that's 12 damage, so 25, 27 points of damage.
27, nice. You strike forward with your weapon, and for some reason your weapon's the only one even before that seemed to be working, because it's more tied into your blood than it is actual arcane or nature or any other kind of magic. And you strike forth as he sort of tries to recoil from the bite, opening up a couple of sizable wounds just below his chin there, or where his chin should be if he was a normal person. Anything else you want to do?
No.
That is it. So, Anari, you're up.
Hitting my push to talk button because that works when you're on Skype. I am going to turn around to face this creature again. Obviously, I wouldn't have seen anything that happened while I was not facing it.
No, that's true.
And I'm going to, with sharpshooter, again, I'm not going to bother trying to cast anything. I'm going to have 2 goes at it, and the first one fails miserably with a 4.
Yes, this one goes wide once again.
Oh, hang on, no, that's damage. Sorry, let's try again.
Let's try with a d20, eh?
Oh, no better. 11.
No, that does
To miss.
miss. That misses.
11 to miss with the first one, and oh look, there's my 4 to miss.
So both miss. Anari, with all her gear back, just doesn't seem to be the same range as she once was in previous battles. Lining up the shots, but the first one going completely wide, hitting the wall behind, and the second one sort of again glancing off the armor pieces jutting out from this beholder's head.
I'm exhausted.
You don't get the attacks at disadvantage, by the way.
Oh no, that doesn't matter.
It's only
It's no-
ability
they still
checks.
suck.
Yeah. Only your ability checks. So with that, are you wanting to move?
I'm going to move to. I'm going to actually move to the corner behind the pile of bodies. If I can, how far can I go?
That's about as far as you can get. But beside Fiala there.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Back to the top of the round, Fiala. You watch as your Drake is instantly killed in a single attack. The sickening black ray that emanated from this creature, from one of the eye beams or the tentacles, destroying it instantly.
Do I notice where the beholder is looking right now?
He is looking at all, like he's looking like all of you. He's not focused on any one person at this point. He's sort of, his eyes darting around the room, sort of trying to get a bead on you all.
I'm going to... Oh, geez, this is tough. Move just one square up diagonal, and...
You're standing with all the black dots, guys, are pillars, just so you're aware. So you're now standing right behind a black pillar. It's not going to give you any sort of any substantial cover, but it's enough to sort of break line of sight a little bit. Like you could sort of dart in and out behind it.
Okay.
So you're right behind a pillar where you are there.
Actually, is it too late to move up to him?
You can. No, you can move up. You still got.
Okay, I'm just gonna move up to him. Yep.
You're gonna move right up to below him there, just like you're
Yep.
right next to Sadiq there. And what are you
I'm
going
gonna
to do?
do the primal savagery cantrip, and that is a 27 to hit.
What's a primal savagery cantrip?
Well,
What is that? 27 to hits, definitely.
it's magic. It's magic.
Yep, no,
but
that
yeah,
hits.
I'm gonna still try for it. And
Yep.
I grow claws from my fingers,
Yep.
and I'm gonna make an acid damage attack.
And you will be able to do that because at the moment he swooped down within melee range to attack Sadiq, and he's still in the process of retreating back up to his 10 feet. So you can make that attack. It does hit.
And that hits for 14.
14 points of what sort of damage?
Acid damage.
Nice. Well done. 14 points of acid damage as you open up some small wounds in his thick hide, and leaving a sort of green tinge to the wounds as the acid sort of seeps in, and he sort of winces. It doesn't really wince in pain, but it's just like almost an annoyance, that sound of like, you actually hit me, you measly little thing. I mean, it's that kind of arrogance and air about him. With that, is that your turn?
Yeah. A quick question: is it daytime or nighttime?
You would not be able to tell down here.
Alrighty.
But well, actually no, you would even with your druidic abilities, you would not be able to tell. Currently, you've been underground now for long enough that you probably really can't tell whether it's day or night. I mean, you feel tired when it's nighttime, but you're not 100% sure.
Alright.
Hit, you're up.
That's it for me.
And Alice on the show after that.
And the imp is still visible to Hit.
It is at this point, yes.
Hit moves 30 feet as close to the imp as he can first.
That puts you about there. On that.
And then he says, "All right, you big round mother." And then he pulls out the loot before he finishes the word, and he activates his extra resonance, turning the loot up, which makes this beep sound, blotting out the word. And with his enhanced ability as his bonus action, he is going to hit the creature with Vic Bolt.
The big
I'm
bolt.
going to make the attack for it, which is just Witch Bolt.
Yep.
19 plus 8, that is a 27 to hit.
That does hit.
And I'll roll because the no, that is so it was a advantage hit, but I just to make sure I didn't get a 20 first. The hit. So the Vic Bolt is now concentration. I am concentrating. This is 2d12 damage, and it continues to do damage every round thereafter. I don't have to roll to hit again.
Yep, that's a cool. I remember that.
That is 13 lightning damage.
13 lightning damage. And again, you say the words, you strum the chord, the extra resonance just echoing in this large chamber, and the lightning striking Kulan and singeing him quite severely. It seems to have taken its toll a little bit. With that, is that anything else you want to do?
Yes, with Hit's free action, he says, "Hey, Mr. Oscopy, how does that feel in your ass?" Colonoscopy. And that is it for Hit.
Alisonus, you're up. Collect's on board after that.
Alright, moving in behind the beholder.
Moving in behind.
Yep.
15. Yep, you can get around behind.
As my bonus action, try on my sword again, so speak the words.
And it lights up
Yes!
with the flamed. So you get one attack, and you will get sneak attack damage. Actually, no, you won't. Sadiq is 10 feet away on the opposite side.
So, one attack or two attacks?
Just one. You two attacks, sorry, but you won't get sneak attack.
Yeah.
Because he can see you with his eyes, his many eyes.
Alright, so with the Flame Tongue Rapier, you're getting a 24.
That does hit.
So, that's 9 flame damage.
9 flame damage, roger that. And your second?
And 9 rapier damage.
And your second attack?
Second attack goes wide. 10, sorry.
That definitely misses. So with that last attack there, he's now risen back up to the 10 feet out of your reach. But you managed to get that first strike in before he returns to his previous height. That is your turn. So Kalek is on board.
Kalek will move 10 feet diagonally towards the top of the map, diagonally towards the beholder, towards the top of the map, if that makes sense.
That way? That the top of the map? Yep.
That's the one. And then he will lift 10 feet into the air. He will still stay invisible. He won't reactivate visibility.
Okay, it's still invisible there, not a problem.
Hit is watching to see if he turns visible again.
Okay. So that is his turn.
That is all. Correct, that is all.
It is now the beholder's turn. He then raises himself up 30 feet into the air and then moves further down, out of camera shot. So we'll take him off his base so you can still see him in the camera, but he is 30 feet in the air down that end of the room slightly, and Kalek reappears almost immediately as he stops, and sort of again the big eye sort of looking at you all from this distance, and he just starts to this is fun. And that is his turn. Sadiq, you're up.
I'm going to move up to right in front of him, and I'm going to throw my dagger at his eye.
You're going to attempt, you're 30 feet in the air, so yeah, you can throw your dagger, and you're going to try and dagger him in the eyeball.
Yeah.
Throw your dagger.
Critical hit.
With a natural 20. Oh shit. Nice. So roll your...
It's only 2d4. So
but still, maximum your damage, and then roll your dice.
Maximum damage would be 7 plus.
Actually, your
6,
dagger's magical,
so-
isn't it?
Yeah. So it wouldn't return.
No. So
Actually, would it return?
no, it would not.
Yeah. So it'd go up and stick in his eye.
So what was the damage?
It would be 11 damage.
11 damage. Yeah. So as you throw the dagger, you release it, and it hits just below, not in his actual eye, but just below, just above the eyelid, the bottom eyelid, and sort of it. But it stays there, and you look at it and you think, okay, that's not supposed to happen. It does not return to you, but it has definitely found its mark, and you can see sort of he's definitely felt it, and he's not happy about it.
Then I go, crap. And that's my turn.
Inari, you're up, and Fiala, you're on board after that.
So, using sharpshooter again, I'm going to aim.
Yes.
I'm going to fire, and I'm going to hit with a 25. No, I mean with a 20.
That does hit.
Okay. And then my second one with an 18.
That does hit, yes.
Whew. Yeah, I finally get into the groove. So the first one will do 20 damage.
Yep.
Second one, 22 damage.
42 damage all up. Holy shit.
42 all up.
That
That
sharpshooter,
works when I
man.
hit.
That sharpshooter sucks. So with that, you find two quick successive shots. You steady yourself, you take a deep breath in, and you loose both your arrows. And they both find their mark just to the left of his eye, and both hit almost at identical places. And now you can see that he is bleeding from these open wounds that you guys created, and he is not looking pretty good at this point. He then sort of he almost looks panicked in some respect. That is your turn, Inari. Did you want to move? No, you can say where you are. Fiala, you're on. It is your turn. You're
I'm
muted.
gonna-
Oh, there you go. I was going to say
Yep,
you're
I'm
muted.
gonna turn around and cast Cure Wounds on Inari, 4th level.
Once again, you
Uh.
release the spell and it does not have any effect.
Oh, shoot.
I believe this is using up spell slots too, is it not, DM?
It does. Every time you make a cast that
Yeah.
fails, it is still using the spell slot.
I'm gonna move in front of that column about 25 feet away, so it's kind of in front of him, kind of by
About there,
CD.
or the actual column, the one that's fallen
The
down.
column? Yeah. That's good.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you. Hit. You're up.
Hit sees Kalek reappear, and with his free action, he yells to the crew. I think when you can see Kalek, it's best to get behind it and attack it in the ass. Back section. Kick its ass, Seabass. And that's what he says is his free action. As his action, he pulls a dagger from his, the belt that he only has one dagger on his belt, so this is not my specialty, and he hifts the dagger as best he can.
What's the minimum range? You got 2 ranges on your dagger.
Oh, that is a good point. That is
It's maximum
20
60
foot.
feet.
Yeah, maximum 60. How
So
far
it'll be a
away?
disadvantage because he's. I think your max damage, your long
Had
damage
9
is
spell
at disadvantage. So yeah, so you can throw it, but
Yeah,
it'll be a
disadvantage,
disadvantage. Yeah,
Hit would be a disadvantage using this sort of weapon anyway.
quite possibly.
Oh, it's good. That is a. That is exactly a 3.
That is exactly a miss. The dagger falls short as hit. Sort of, I mean, he looks strong, and he generally is pretty strong, but he fires his dagger and it just goes like 25, 30 feet and then just ting, 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 ting across the ground.
And as his bonus action, Hit says, "Where I threw that dagger is the last place you're ever going to see." And that is it for Hit. Actually, Hit lies. Hit is going to move north of the map. 30 feet, please.
Put you up about there, right at the top of the map under Fiala's camera.
And Hit would have lost concentration because of the spell.
Yes, you would have too.
Hit him in the ass, hit him in the ass.
Alessandros, it is now your turn. And you're muted again.
Is my sword still alight?
Not anymore.
Okay.
Actually, no,
let's
you're...
go.
You actually, no, it would be, sorry.
It still is?
It still is, yes.
As a bonus... Oh, did we say it was a bonus action or wasn't a bonus action?
Bonus action to switch it off, yeah.
Alright, we'll turn it off.
Okay.
Run the 30 feet. And
Yep.
I believe Shadow Step's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
And I stay where I am.
Okay. Click's turn.
Click is now visible, correct?
He is.
Click is going to fly 40 feet from the map's direction northeast to a sort of a rearish position to see if he can try and go invisible again.
Which way, sorry?
Towards the beholder's rear 40 feet.
Okay, so about there. And he's off camera, but he is kind of behind. What I'm actually going to do here, guys, just to give you guys a bit more view on what's going on here. I'm going to move this forward a little bit since you've all pretty much moved up. You can just see Collect down over here. You see the bottom base there. So, and indeed, he becomes invisible once again, getting in behind the gaze of this creature.
And Collect says, "It works, Master! It works!"
And with it is now the Beholder's turn. And with that, this time we need, firstly, Sadiq, you will need to make a Constitution saving throw, please. You, for a moment, feel absolute horror, but within an instant, it almost passes. Strangest thing, you sort of got hit in the head with just the most horrific sort of feeling, and then it just passed. Yeah, you saved, so you're lucky. Fiela, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Six.
You fail the save. You feel your feet grow extremely heavy, and it almost like they feel as heavy as stone, shall we say. And you sort of look down and you see indeed your feet have started to turn the same colour and texture as the floor beneath your feet. Next up, Hit, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That is... Oh, that's good. 15, 16, 18.
Lucky for you, you feel this extreme presence in your chest. You sort of look down and you see your armor and everything start to turn black, and it just starts to spread out, and then all of a sudden it just withers and dies and comes to nothing.
What was that?
But it is extremely worrying to you. But that will be the Beholder's turn. Sadiq, you're up. He's still 30 feet in the air, by the way, guys.
30 feet in the air. Okay. That sucks. Okay.
Actually, he will
I've got
move.
a
Sorry.
flask.
Just
Okay.
he is going to move.
Oh, great.
He's going to move back towards the throne and turn his gaze back that way.
Will you quit running around? Jeez.
Is Kellek visible still or invisible still?
He would be visible at this point. You wouldn't know because you're watching everything that happens, and as the beholders sort of moved forward, like Kleck became visible, and then as he turned and faced back the opposite way, as the gaze sort of moved around, he became invisible as soon as the beholder turned his gaze upon him.
Okay.
So Sadiq, you're up.
Alright, so I have flasks of holy water, which say that I can throw them 20 feet.
Yes.
Would I be able to move up closer and try to throw it 30 feet instead?
You would have to make a strength check, but yeah, I'll allow you to do that.
We'll do that. We'll move up close enough to him, like basically underneath him, and turf it up.
Okay,
Straight
just make a standard strength check for me.
Okay, strength check. It had to happen, didn't it?
Was it a natural one?
3.
A 3. You go. I mean, you can definitely throw it the 20 feet without any hassle at all. But you sort of look at it, you judge it, and you go, and it goes up, and you think, yeah, it's going to hit, and then it just drops and smashes on the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Second one, okay.
Yep.
Again, strength check to see if you can actually make the 30 feet.
15.
Yeah, it's pretty much all you needed. So 15. This time, you sort of take a deep breath, and then you wait and you throw it, and it does hit him. So it was holy water, you say?
Yeah, it's a flask of holy water.
So it hits him.
Which I think is 2d6. I'm just waiting for the website to.
2d6 radiant damage, I think we said.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just roll 2d6.
But that would be against undead creatures specifically.
Don't know because I just got a 404 error on the bloody website.
Oh no! Hang on, I'll see if I can bring it up. Oh no, I'd say D&D Beyond's having issues because that was something we created, wasn't it? We'll go with the 2d6.
No, it's just holy water.
Holy water,
It's a
okay.
flask of holy water.
I'm
which
pretty
is
sure it's.
within. It was the holy oil that we created.
Yeah, hang on.
Unfortunately,
I'll find it.
like
I'll find it
D&D
somewhere else.
Beyond is dead.
So it does radiant damage 2d6.
Yeah. All right. So we'll say it's 9 points of radiant damage, and I can't do anything because we have an internal server error.
It's all good. We'll be fine. We'll just we'll work it out. Yeah. So 9 points of radiant damage. Everything else on D&D Beyond seems to be working, but the character sheets aren't coming up. That's weird. It'll fix itself. It'll be fine. So with that, you splash him with the radiant, with the holy water, and the radiant damage sparks off, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you might have thought. But that is your turn, I take it.
Yeah, can't do anything else now because I've lost my character sheet.
Inari, it is your turn.
I'm still about down by the trash pile, eh?
Yes, you are.
So I'm behind him.
You're out of his sight, yes.
Yes.
Or out of his
Okay,
line of
so
sight, yeah.
I'm going to cast, I'm going to try and cast second level Hail of Thorns on myself.
And it succeeds.
And then I am going to, with Sharpshooter, roll a natural 1 to hit.
So a natural
so that's
1 on the...
negative 5.
So you completely misjudged the distance. You definitely can hit him from here, but you misjudged the distance completely. So your second shot.
Oh, 16 to hit.
That also misses.
Far out. What a waste of a fail. Blah, blah.
A waste of a blah
Waste one
blah.
of those. A waste of one of those.
I do believe Hail of Thorns remains for 1 minute until you actually hit, or is it just on the very next hit?
It's just on the next hit, I think. Hang on, let me just check that.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm not sure if it... I think it remains, I'm not sure.
Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon.
How long does it last, though?
Concentration up to a minute, so I'd probably be over.
So, yeah, you have to... You've still got it. Just the next time you actually hit a creature, and you've missed both times, so...
And with that, I'm just going to yell out, are you ready to give up yet?
Probably not a wise thing to be saying to such creature. So we're back to the top of the round with Fiala.
Okay, so I lift a leg. Does it move, or am I stuck?
You are stuck in place. You look down, and in your turn, you notice that this stone feeling and look has now travelled up to your knees.
Right.
And you can no longer move.
I'm gonna have to cast, so I'm gonna cast Forked Lightning at 4th level for 23.
23, that does hit.
Alright. And that is 22 points of damage. And I'm going both bolts at him, so.
Cool, so 22 points of damage.
I think it's each bolt, isn't it? We always have this problem, we always forget.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure you can point them both at one target. I think it's a multi-target spell.
It's 2 bolts of lightning. If I do 2 targets, each target can only get a single bolt.
Yeah.
So.
The sheets are back up too, so. So
Yay.
we'll make it just you can only hit him. Yeah, you'd only take the 22 damage if both bolts hit him.
All right.
But with that, he's struck with the lightning. You can hear him. He's visibly breathing hard now. He's not looking too healthy. But you need to make another save for me. Another dexterity save.
That is a 21.
The progress of this, whatever it is, seems to be slow. It hasn't progressed any further than what it was before. But it's definitely worrisome. You know that you seem to be turning to stone, but it's now slowed somewhat. Okay. It is now your turn, Het.
Alright. Het is going to move south of the map 30 feet as far as he can go. Basically, slightly diagonal first, so 10 feet diagonally, and then down is 20 feet.
That'll put you about there, give or take.
And then he is going to, and not use the Need More Gain this time, he's going to use the built-in boost on the loot.
The built-in boots.
As well. And can hit see what is happening to Fiala?
From where you're standing now, I would say so. I mean, well, yeah, because you can see in the dark, so yeah. You can see in this room. You're the only one in this room who can see it like it's lit up like a Christmas tree.
So as he sees Fiala, as he's activating this boost, he's like, no! Hey, blue balls! This is the art of shredding! And he casts Vic Bolt one more time at a 27 to hit.
That does hit.
And it is naturally, so 24 plus 29, 30, 33 lightning damage at maximum level, 3rd level.
33 points of lightning damage.
And he is now concentrating on it again.
You don't need to be concentrating, Master Het. Would you please describe the demise of Kolan the Beholder?
Holy crap. As Het sees the ground melding with the feet of Fiela. It just sets him off, and as he activates the loot, something within him drives. He lets out his breath of cold air, and the lightning just leaps up into the sky, arcs across the room, drives straight down, and forks out across all the tentacles, all the eyes, and the eyes pop, boom, pop, 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 one by one, until the central eye blasts out forward across the room, and Het's letting out a...
And indeed, with that, Sadiq, you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw for me. As Corlan, several eyes explode, and internally the main eye as well, sending large gobs of goop falling from the above you. And he is now coming down towards you quite quickly as he falls from his 30 feet.
That would be
22.
22.
You deftly dive roll out of the way as Corlan plummets to the ground, and as he hits the stonework, the whole room just shakes. Dust falls from the ceiling. He's a big dude, and the impact shatters some of the stone beneath him as this mighty beholder is felled by a roaring dragonborn. Fiela, your legs are still stuck to the ground. The progress has slowed, but it has not stopped. And hang on just 1 second. With that, we'll just run back to this scene. So yes, so you're still you're no longer in combat. But you notice it as well, that it hasn't. Whatever was happening to Fiala has not stopped. It's not fast, but it has not stopped.
It is running through his mind of what he knows, but he has nothing that can stop this. He puts his pack on the ground and starts searching his pack. Fiala, what do you have before you are completely stone? Is there anything to stop this on yourself?
Can I try and cast Greater Restoration? I still have my fingers, right? So.
Yes, you can. It's a spell, so you can cast it. So you have Greater Restoration prepared?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So yeah, you've as who you are, you've had dealings with petrification before. You knew exactly what was happening to yourself, and you knew that the only way to stop it was with a restoration spell or a potion or something. So you cast Greater Restoration, and the petrification recedes rather quickly and subsides and vanishes.
I cast it and I'm like, and then I noticed that Het's naked, and I was like, whoa, oh, Het.
Where's Het naked?
Why is Het
Isn't he
naked?
naked?
It's not
No,
naked.
in
No.
chat.
No.
Oh, the chat.
This is why we don't look at chat during the game.
Shame on you.
Well done, chat. Well done.
Pranked.
Oh, I love it.
Sorry, I was having a daydream. It affected my mind a little.
Yeah, the petrification, the brains and her feet, people. But yeah, with the petrification subsiding, you are able to move again, and you now have you guys have a large beholder, tongue hanging out one side, a large exploded eye, several eye stalks that have all exploded as well, steaming, smoking in the center of this room.
How many eyes are left unexploded?
I will make a roll.
All of them.
I think you got them all. They're all exploded.
Okay. That is good job, guys. Het falls to his knees and puts his loop behind his back and is just sort of sitting here puffing and leaves it to everyone else.
I grab out my dagger and pry one of its teeth out.
Roll a strength check, because they're big teeth. They're like 2 feet long, man. They're huge.
Big creature.
Oh,
19.
19? Yeah, it takes you a bit, but you managed to get one of its teeth out.
That's a trophy, dude. That's a damn trophy.
Sadiq, your dagger, the moment the beholder died, your dagger instantly returned. Also, too, the moment the beholder took its last breath, you hear the sound of stone on stone as the throne moves forward about 10 feet from the back wall, revealing a staircase leading down and away from the throne room. And the crown and scepter are gone.
Nari, seeing you have your stuff back, can I have the bow back now and arrows, maybe?
Sure, I'll give him the bow back. And would you give me 20 arrows?
You'll have 14 arrows left of the ones you used. So, I mean, you can give him 20 if you want to give him some of your own.
I'll give him some of mine because I'm nice like that.
Okay.
Are you going to use them?
More than likely.
Okay. I'll give you 10. No, I'll give you 14 plus 6 mine.
So how many am I getting?
20.
So mark 20 off your inventory, and Alessandros, mark your +1 bow back and 20 arrows.
Done.
And right there, we'll take a 5-minute break because I really need to pee. So give us a few moments, guys. We'll be right back. I'll just turn. Oh shit! I unfucking favorited that thing. Why did I do that?
What did you do?
I unfavorited my thing, and I can't remember what it's called.
Yay! We didn't die.
No, you didn't die. Favorited
thing,
again.
People.
Unfavorited my thing.
There
we go.
Favoriting, you think?
Right. So, give us 5 minutes, guys. We're going to be right back. I'm just going to have a quick pee and stuff. So, bear with us. Yes, please.
I'll make a coffee.
Be right
Alright,
back. Welcome back. Just waiting on Anari to make coffee, and we'll be back shortly. And Sadiq will be here again shortly as well. So, chat. A good battle from the Lions with the Beholder falling to Hit's lightning spell.
Yes, the new model got the hit. Yeah.
So, Hit, you get temporary hit points too, buddy.
Oh, do I?
Oh no, you might not, because you're not packed to the Fiend. You packed? No, you packed the old one, aren't you? So you may not get that.
No, I don't get him.
Yeah, I just remember. I keep remembering it. My wallet's packed to the Fiend. I get temporary hit points when I kill something. But yeah, so the battle has been won. You have a dead Beholder. Get out of my biscuits. No, you can have one. I'm kidding.
Get out of my biscuits.
Get out of my biscuits. Get out of here.
Missing one tooth.
Alessandros has removed a tooth. So we'll hand it back over. We'll ask anyone got any questions before we head back to the DM and the story. Dragon Dub, welcome. We've had a couple of follows just before I forget. Perky Percy with a follow, thank you very much. Burning Pie and Medic. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the show. If you enjoy it heaps, don't forget to sub. We always like the subs. Kidding. Don't have to if you don't want to. I don't care. As long as you're hanging out and having fun and enjoying the story. If you want to catch up with the story on shows that you haven't seen prior to this one, go to my YouTube, which is youtube.com/Evldoa, and you will find all the episodes previous to this one. There was also a one-shot, two-part one-shot up there that Hit DM'd for us. So go check that out. Gordo Zag with a follow as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, my friend. Welcome. So everybody, welcome to the show. Those that are new to the channel, my name is Evldoa. I am from New Zealand, and we are playing a homebrew version of D&D 5e. This is my own creation. We have our wonderful players here from a mix of Australians, New Zealanders, one American living in Australia, but still an Australian in my book. Where you live, you're Australian. Sorry for the other. But a fledgling DM as well as Yanti has started doing her own home game just recently. New player to the game and a new DM, which is awesome. So definitely looking forward to hearing all about her campaign and how that goes. As the end of this campaign, as we start winding up, we're getting towards the end. It's not finished yet, but as we get towards the end of this campaign, we will be doing another campaign after this, but it'll be a Vampire the Masquerade campaign where Het, aka Orbasm, will be storyteller for us, and we will be playing characters. So we've decided to do a Vampire Masquerade, and then when the Vampire Masquerade's over, we're going to do another homebrew campaign, or maybe even a module for 5e. So I really want to do a Curse of Strahd, so I'm probably going to look at a Curse of Strahd for this group after Vampire. So look forward to that. But without any further ado, let's hand back over to the night's DM and get back to the throne room. So, with the death of Kulan, the seemingly beholder guardian of this throne room, the throne has moved forward probably about 15 feet. As you sort of investigate what it has revealed, you see a darkened staircase leading down, and you can see it as if you can see it as normal. It leads down about 25-30 feet and then into a straightened corridor.
Shall we check the other two doors first?
I was actually thinking maybe we should take a break, because we've been going at this and falling in traps and taking damage, and I got the feeling spellcasters are pretty low on their abilities at the present moment, and yeah, I think it's time to take a break.
So there was a hole that beholder came out of, yes?
Yes, there is also the giant hole where the beholder emerged.
How deep's the hole?
You want to go have a look?
Yeah.
Have you got your sword activated?
He's got his goggles on.
Yeah, that too.
Even with your goggles on, it gets about 10 or 15 feet in and it's just pitch black.
Right, light the sword.
It goes in quite a few ways. Like you walk in 20, 25 feet and it keeps going. It goes in probably about 60 feet and then goes up. Quite a steep angle.
Oh, well, I'd say we rest here and yeah.
I think it's probably our best choice to rest right where we are.
Het is already in a kneeling sort of resting position, just puffing.
What say you, Het? Do you want to rest?
Het needs to rest.
Alright, I'll take first watch.
So you're going to rest in this room? Or are you going to move to a different room?
Wait a minute. We went through the big doors, and behind that was the giant pit trap, right?
Well, the big doors that you just came through it was a passageway that went through the crawl space that led from the hallway that had the big pit trap, yes.
Okay, I say we go back into that little area, shut the doors, try to brace them shut so that we're protected from that side. So all we've got to worry about is the other side. As a
Oh, so you want to go back out into the hallway beyond the double doors?
Yeah, something like that. That sounds like a good plan.
Yes.
What does everyone else think?
I think it's a good idea.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Seems maybe we should have done that first before we did this.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
On hindsight, we should have done a lot of things.
So you gather yourselves.
As per usual, we seem to muddle our way through something.
You gather yourselves and you move towards the double iron doors that led you into this pillared throne room. And you head back into the 10 foot wide, 40, 50 foot long corridor. You close the doors behind you. What are you going to use? Because the doors open inwards, so I'm not sure how you're going to barricade them.
They don't have handles on them?
And they got rings. They're not it's not a latch door. It's like it looked like it was barred from the inside at some point. Like these rings on the outside, like rings you can hang on to sort of pull them close or open them, but there's no actual handles or latches.
Well, run the rope through the two rings on either side to kind of just tie it together.
Okay. Yep.
Just so that if someone went up to it and grabbed it, they wouldn't be able to just open it and go, hey,
okay. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yep. Yeah, you can do that. You guys have got enough rope to do that easily enough.
Yeah, just do that. And then I'll take first watch.
Okay. So everyone else, and sort of by this time you're starting to feel tired anyway. So your body's telling you it's probably nighttime outside. You guys have got no idea actually what the time is. Time passage in this place has been kind of weird at best. But you are spent. You've had a pretty rough time of things. You've just had a pretty interesting battle with a beast you guys have never seen before. You've heard about it in a few books. With the research that you guys did, it seemed to go down a lot easier than you expected for such a formidable beast. All the things that you'd heard and what people had said about it and the things you'd read, but it's still it took a lot out of you. So you rest up. You take position on the floor against the wall, wherever you sort of need to take position. Sadiq, you sort of decide to stay up, take first watch. Who's going to take second watch? Just out of curiosity.
Probably Fiala and
I will.
Inari, since they
was
take
gonna
the
say.
longest time.
I don't need the full 8 hours for a rest, so I'll just take the second. Although I am exhausted,
Okie dokie.
but that's just gonna be a thing. I'll just have to. We'll deal with that.
Yeah, well, you all know that with what's happened with Inari, that she's going to need a proper rest at some point. And
Just
you
now,
know it as well.
okay. Yeah.
Ed can volunteer collect to help.
Well,
Okay.
Inari doesn't need to stay up because Fiala's doing fine, so she just needs the 4. So why not do the 8 hours, Inari?
Would that work?
You need
No, I
full.
still
You need a
need
full 24.
20.
She needs
24.
a full 20.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine with the 4.
She needs a full day to recoup.
Actually, Het, before we
Yes.
shut the doors, could you put Collect on the other side and he can be our early warning system?
Collect.
And then we'll shut the doors.
Yes, good idea. Collect spider form, and on the other side of the door. Yes, master, I shall do that.
And he indeed does that. Transformed into a almost ethereal white ghostly looking spider and goes on the other side of the door.
Then we bar it and everyone goes to sleep, and I'll take the first 4 hours, and then the
Did you say we
girls
bar
will
it?
wake up. Well, we'll rope it
Pirate.
shut.
We know what you mean.
I'll shove a couple of arrows in through
You're going to shove a couple of arrows up what?
the door handles as well.
The ringlets.
Of course you are. Roll a perception check for your watch, City.
Perception. This is like my best ever.
Yeah, perception.
Oh, look at that. 19.
19.
What a
Well
waste
done.
of a natural 20.
And a natural 20.
Fucking waste of a natural 20.
But even with a natural 20, I mean, you hear the wind sometimes sort of whistling through the crawl space you came through, as you quite often have heard through this whole place. Just typical sort of dungeoning or labyrinth type noises, the occasional dripping water or the shifting of the earth. Nothing too major. You don't hear any voices. Nothing sort of comes to you in the middle of your watch. But for the first 4 hours or so, you don't hear or see anything. You then give Inari a nudge to or Fiala, whoever's you're going to wake up. I mean, that
Wake
just
the 2 girls up.
yeah. If you don't, the thing is with the elves too, you don't have to only sleep. Use that meditation. You can actually sleep, but if you so choose to meditate for 4 hours instead of sleeping, you can. You can still take a full 8 hours rest sleeping if you wish. So who is waking up?
And
Me.
try some WD-40 on your seat for next week.
Yeah, man. Holy crap.
My job's right, mine's not.
Right, so Fiala and Inari, you wake them both, and you guys, Sadiq heads off to his patch of wall and floor and attempts to sleep the best you can. So the 2 girls are awake, or 2 of the girls are awake, and are now on their watch. Anything you guys wanted to discuss while you're on your watch of the evening / rest period, or no?
I liked those
Awkward
concrete
silence.
boots. Stone boots weren't such a good fashion accessory there, Fiala.
That note about the friends. Do you have any friends?
Do I have any friends? You guys are my friends.
Well, I mean, it said your friend still lives, so I was kind of wondering.
I
Yeah.
have no friends. You guys are all my friends. What about you? Do you have any that you can think of?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think that we're safe still in here? If there's anything else that we might,
No. Don't.
Oh,
It's the Tomb of Horrors. But you got your clothes back.
oh, I'm so pleased to get my clothes back. Look at my arrows. I have arrows.
Hey, we still have that nail polish.
Shall we?
The deek's right there.
Shall we do it?
Yeah. I like his tusks. They're very white.
So you're going to attempt to paint Sadiq's tusks. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Oh yes, we are.
Sadiq, make a perception check for me, please. And you girls, both of you make a stealth check.
Oh, I love stealth checks. I hate my dice nat 18.
I got a 20. Nat
Yay.
20.
A natural 20. Holy
Yay.
shit. Sadiq, your
Yes.
perception check again.
What was 18?
Oh. So, what was your was 18 too, wasn't it, Inari? So you guys sort of creep over to where you wait until you think he's asleep, and then you sort of wander over as quietly as you possibly can. And Inari, you sort of both sort of start painting a tusk each. And Inari, you slip and you nudge Sadiq just a touch, and he stirs. It's like and he doesn't quite wake though.
I was ready to hold him down.
He stirs and sort of moves a little bit, but continues to sleep.
Okay.
And you complete your what colours are you painting as tusk, by the way?
Pink.
Did you have pink?
It was pink. Yes.
Are you
we
sure you had pink?
We bought
Yeah,
pink.
it was pink.
We specifically bought pink.
Okay, so pink paint, pink watercolor. It's a watercolor, so it's not like it's gonna be permanent, but it's a
He
water
doesn't
paint,
know that.
acrylic paint. But you paint the tusks that they're not huge tusks, because he is only a half orc, so they're not like the huge orcish tusks. But you do paint the protruding toothy matter from Sadiq's mouth a nice pink, nice shade of pink.
I look at Fiala and I kind of look over at Het and say, Shall we? Shall we do those horns on his head too?
Oh, I think he's been through enough.
I thought you were fun.
Roll a persuasion check,
Hold
you
their
know.
eye on somebody.
I'm gonna persuade
Roll a
you.
persuasion
Oh
check.
no!
If you, just see if you
Wow.
can convince you.
I'm gonna persuade you with a 12.
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, nah.
Nah.
We could do a beholder eye on Ollie.
Ooh. Okay, let's do it.
Again, stealth checks from both of you, and perception from Alessandros.
Oh, that one's not good.
22 from me.
8.
You muted.
Oh,
Alessandros, no, you muted.
18.
18? 22 and an 8. I would say you get halfway through, and Fiala, you kneel down to get a better position, and you kneel on Ali's hand.
Oh.
And Alessandros, you stir, and you open one eye, and you see Fiala poised above you with a paintbrush in her hand.
hey, Ollie.
What are you two doing?
We were waking you to see if you wanted to paint,
Roll a deception. Roll a deception check at disadvantage.
I'm just gonna grab his face and turn him to me and say, "What sexy eyes you have." Go back to sleep.
Hang on a moment. Roll a deception check first. With that disadvantage, by the way, Fiala.
I got a 6.
Yeah, Alessandros, you don't believe a word of what she's saying. And Anara, you wanted to do what?
I'm gonna grab a face, turn it to me, and say, "I was just checking out your sexy eyes, honey."
Roll a deception check also at disadvantage.
Deception.
deception.
Oh, can't get any worse than a 6.
Roll 6s.
Yeah, Ali, you look at Fiala and you don't believe her at all, and then all of a sudden Inari grabs your face and turns you towards her and says that, and you don't believe her either.
So I kiss him on the nose and just say...
Her, it's a her,
Really?
not a him.
I kiss her on the nose and it's just like, go back to sleep.
What are you doing, Alexandros?
I'm gonna stay awake for the rest of the night. I don't trust them.
If you do that, you will gain a level of exhaustion. You need to get a full 8 hours rest, and you have not gotten that yet. So if you decide to stay awake, you will gain a level of
Alright,
exhaustion.
I'll go sleep.
Fiona sings soft kitty and
Disturbed. I mean, you do go back to sleep, but you're quite disturbed. It's not. You don't get a restful sleep. Put it that way. You do sleep and you do get your full rest, but you are not. You're going to be very wary of these two for a little while, I believe.
Yeah.
So you guys can mark off a full night's rest. Spell slots regained. All that sort of stuff. And Inari, you still have exhaustion because you know you need to take a full day of light duties rest to recover from that. But you all come to consciousness hours later, having rested, and it is now up to you what you wish to do next.
Take a quick look around the surrounding, well, where I'm sitting, just glance around the area, see if I notice anything unusual.
You guys are out in the hallway still, so no, nothing unusual.
Do I notice anything about Het and Zdeek?
Oh yes, everyone would notice Sadiq with his bright pink tusk sticking out of his lower lip.
Did we get halfway on Allie's head though?
Yes, you did.
Like half of
You
it?
did.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, someone's been having fun, haven't they, Sadiq?
And Sadiq, you turn and look at Ellie, and she's got a half-painted eyeball on, sort of, or 2/3 finished eyeball on her forehead.
Apparently, picking the girls to look after us at the last bit wasn't a good idea.
Yeah, we won't be doing that again, will we?
And then I pointed at Ellie's head and said, they only drew half an eye.
And looks like they got your tasks.
Yeah.
And indeed, you reach down, you feel, you sort of run your fingers off your tusks, and you look at your hand, and there's pink paint on your hand.
How do you know it wasn't Het?
It's true.
Because Het didn't
I
buy...
rolled persuasion.
That's a prankster.
No,
I'm
Het
persuading.
didn't buy the lipstick.
It's not persuading at
and
all. It'd be
nail
deception,
polish.
and it'd be a
You don't know that.
disadvantage.
Yes,
Damn
I do,
it.
because I've been using your lipstick to mark the
Actually, he
traps.
has. He's been using your guys' paint to mark the patch, so he would know exactly who it was.
Yes.
So yeah, so your deception check wouldn't even have made any point at all because he knows what you guys are up to.
Looks like my lipstick.
His tusks now match the marks that he's been leaving to mark the traps in this place.
But don't they look so pretty?
Nice.
I'm being all girly girl for a beautiful, elf,
What?
ranger,
Hey,
soldier.
yeah, okay. Whatever.
Tinker, Tailor,
Tinker, Tailor, Soldier,
Soldier, Sailor.
Let's go.
Right, so with that, you go.
Let's go loot this dungeon. Get the shit that we need so we can kill Kosis, and then
Then go.
I'll think about dealing with you two.
I look at Fiala and I look at Steve and I'm like, is that a challenge?
They can try.
So I cast Prestidigitation on myself and clean the spot up my head.
Okay, done.
I just leave the tusks.
Het goes over and he touches Sadiq on the shoulder and he says, "Don't worry, I'll clean it up for you magically." And he clicks his fingers and pretends to cast Prestidigitation.
Roll a deception check for me. At advantage because I don't. Select's not. Select's probably not magically inclined in that respect, so he probably wouldn't know realistic whether you cast it or not. So at advantage.
Okay.
So
That is-
do I notice this?
And that's a 13.
Yes, you would notice the cast that the words are probably not quite correct.
Hit,
but-
your
yeah.
magic not working properly, or did you get enough rest?
Yeah, no, it looks right to me. Oh, I didn't use the magic words in song. That's what it was.
But
Never
even
mind.
with a 13, it wouldn't have been overly convincing. Not with Sadiq's high perception, generally. Highish perception.
It actually
He's
brings
not
out
stupid.
your true feminine side, Sadiq.
Just like your blue balls.
It makes you look far less harsh in the face.
Ah, right.
Yes, with your
Anyhow.
beautiful pink tusks. Now,
Can we like get out of here, please, people?
Yes, excellent.
So I'm gonna go untie the door, pull the arrows out, give them back to Anari.
cool.
Open the door. Scare the hell out of
Collect.
Collect. You want to see?
Roll a perception check, see if Collect would have even noticed the door being open behind him. So I dare say he's just there on patrol, looking the other way, probably looking at the beholder.
So Click has... That is not Click.
Roll the right one there, head.
It's not bad. It's, 17.
Yeah, he probably would have heard you guys coming. I mean, he's pretty perceptive, and in spider form, his senses would have been pretty on par. So he probably didn't frighten him. He might jump in spider form, potentially. Who knows? But it didn't look like you scared him. So you move back into the giant's throne room, and you have one open door at the other end with the 3 doors. The room, sort of, you look around it, you don't go in the room because you're not sure what's going to happen. It looks empty, but that's where Anari had vanished and rejoined you guys in the room with all of her gear.
Before we go any further, I'm going to go over and check the beholder to see if it had anything magical, or like rings or necklaces or something.
Well, it would be a giant fricker. He doesn't have a neck, so I don't know if he didn't have any necklaces. But you can roll investigation to check the beholder's body.
I'll help.
At advantage.
Okay, we'll go with the 16.
16. You search over the body, and there's nothing. You don't find anything on the body itself. He's got no pockets. You get the impression. I mean, obviously, this is just an entity. If he had a treasure hoard or anything like that, he would be intelligent enough to have it stored somewhere. He's not going to carry a bag or anything like that. And he's obviously a magical being, so it's also possible that anything that he does have could be in a pocket dimension or magically hidden, anything like that.
Worth a check.
I vote we go down its hole.
Wait a second.
You want to go down Colin's hole?
Yes.
I don't think that's a good idea.
What about... Okay, so the throne moved forward, which exposed the staircase down.
Yes.
Do we want to check that out?
What
further?
about the other 2 doors?
After the hole.
Well, the hole you said went in and then went straight up, right?
Well, not straight up, up on an incline.
It was an incline, but a very steep incline. You wouldn't be able to climb it.
Okay, never mind then.
The
Can I
doors.
check the doors?
And Ari wants to check the doors again.
Well, you
We
did
only
say
checked one of
behind,
them.
behind one of them was all the stuff we would want, but then
Correct.
behind the other one was the death of one person.
But
Now,
then,
that being said, was he
We-
actually being truthful with us?
Well,
exactly.
I believe he was, because he did say open one door and you all will die. Except we didn't die, he died, so...
Well, he actually said open one door and one of you would die. He didn't say which one. He could have been the one.
Okay.
Open the door and one will die.
Well, that would suggest that he would have killed one of us.
But he's gone now, so it's fine.
Het is very correct. He didn't actually say one of you would die. He just said one would die.
He died, so yeah.
And his exact words were, behind one door you'll find what you came for and a way out. Behind another door, one would die, and the other all would die.
So we could have got one would die. We could have got... Oh, hang on a minute. Het walks over to the corpse of the beholder. How heavy is this corpse? Can Het lift parts of it?
You could probably lift the tentacles without too many hassles. You wouldn't be able to lift the body itself. It's like 20 feet round. Like he's pretty big and weighs a fair amount.
Het kneels down, takes the jar of eyes from his pack, opens it up, gets the giant eye and any other eye that will fit in the nearest 2 eye stalks, puts them in, holds the stalks up facing towards the door and goes, I'm Cornholio, Cornholio, I got lightning in my bum hole. And then he goes, I don't know which door it is, I'm sorry. And he takes the eyes back out, puts them in his jar and puts them back in his bag.
Oh shit. DM's inspiration if you don't already have it. Dude, that's awesome.
I'm Colon Holio.
Cornholio. I'm a gringo.
Give me TP for my bunghole.
TP for my bunghole?
Lightning in my bunghole.
So what are we doing, guys?
Look, I like the idea. I like the idea, but at the same time, if we open the door that kills everything, I don't like that door. And there's nothing to say that we can't find another way to all the stuff. This other door might have just been a shortcut.
But we opened a door, so which door is that? I think that was
The
supposed to be
far
the one
right.
that killed us.
Yeah, the far right was the one that Inari opened, disappeared,
Oh,
reappeared with her gear, and initiated the attack. So
Yeah.
that door is still open. You now have 2 doors left, which is the one in the middle and the one on the left.
And there's nothing behind that door? Is it just
It's just a blank room.
Oh.
Just a 10 by 10 room with nothing.
Another cleaning closet.
Kinda, yeah.
Look, we can go our normal route and just keep on opening doors, which has worked for us in the past anyway. Or,
We can jump down a hole by the throne.
yeah,
No, stairs down, right? Stairs.
Stairs.
it's stairs.
Stairs leading down.
Fuck it. Het Misty steps to the center door and opens it.
Here we go.
Really? Okay, shit, I didn't expect that.
Het!
We need the gear. We need the gear to
Jump
finish
in
the
front of
job.
Het. Like
I'll
His
give you a
hand is on the
reaction.
door
He's
handle.
already missed it. He's missed his step. You can't jump him. He's just moved 30 feet in an
I'm gonna
instant.
run to try and jump ahead of him.
You're not going to get there in time.
I'm still gonna try.
You can try, but you're not going to get there in time. His hand's on the door, and do you open it?
Yes, Het opens the door.
Oh, the moment you open the center door, you hear a voice boom through the room that you're in. You dare violate my tomb, now pay the price. Stay here and die slowly of starvation. As you open that door, you are instantly teleported. You guys see Het disappear. The door remains closed, but Het is now gone. Het, you find yourself in a 30-foot by 20-foot room. On the ground are several skeletons, partially clothed. You still have all your gear, but there are no doors.
Hit touches the ring on his ear and says to the party, "It's okay. I think it's just me that died. The rest of you can go."
Where are you?
Is he in range?
He is in range.
Okay.
You
okay?
do hear him.
I am absolutely starkers. I don't know where my gear is. It is lying. I don't know where my gear is, but I think I did it for you, team. I sacrificed myself. I figured it out. Sacrificed myself for you. You only have one door left now. You get the gear and you go.
I go and open the other door.
Oh no.
Seriously? So you go over to the other door and open it. Inari.
Mhm. Yep.
You open the
I
door.
was gonna do it anyway.
And you open the door and find a 10 by 10 room with no door. Nothing happens.
Oh, gee, what a fucking surprise. He lied to us.
Well, I kind of figured that after what happened. I think how far's the range on these earrings?
120 feet.
20 feet.
So Het's within 120 feet of us. What does your room look like, Het?
Hit looks around the room. What does he see?
You see several skeletal remains.
There's some skeletons.
Shit, bones to chew on.
There is a fountain, a small fountain. There's a very small stream of water. Like, it's not a lot of water, just dripping ever so slowly.
A toilet. No doors, though. I don't think there's any doors.
Roll investigation, just to see what else you find. There are some other things in here, but you need to roll investigation.
It is
Does
investigate.
it look like somewhere we've been?
Oh, man, I roll good there.
One of the traps, maybe, yeah.
I mean, investigation. 22.
22, you find... Rummaging around the skeletal remains and that in this room, you find 30 gold pieces,
Whoop, whoop.
10 platinum pieces. You find a vial on one of the pockets of one of the pairs of trousers. It's a very sort of purpley greyish liquid. You're not 100% sure what it is. But there's a splash of red, sort of like almost like tiny beads of red inside this potion. And you find just this a flail, something you've not seen. You've seen other people carry, like other Dragonborn carry these weapons, but you've never been interested in carrying one yourself. But it's pretty rusted. But that's pretty much all you find in the room.
He picks them up. He says, "Otherwise, there's nothing in here that I can. No, I mean, I've had a pretty good look. Kalek, and I would like Kalek to appear in the room next to me as the spider."
And he does so.
Okay, so I can't be too far away because I could bring Kalek from the other room.
Knock on the walls. Let's see if we can hear you. Maybe it's like on the other side.
Hit uses the rusty flail he just found to bash on one of the walls.
Everyone roll perception check if you're listening out for it.
So is it 4 walls, like a square room?
Rectangular room, yeah.
Rectangular. I'll knock on the southernmost wall just for flavour.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Ooh.
So 25.
I got a 6. So I'm hearing people moving around. That's it.
14.
18.
Sadiq,
Yeah, I got 14.
14. No, none of you hear anything. You don't hear any metal on stone sound or any kind of sound. You don't hear it.
Yeah, Hip, we can hear you. We'll be right there.
What about you with my 25?
Nope.
God damn.
Okay.
Just go down the stairs. I will be all right. I'm touching my ear. Just go down the stairs. I will be fine. I will find a way out of here.
All right, let's go downstairs. There's got to be a way to get him out.
There's got to be. Yeah, There'll be a way to find him. I just don't know how.
I suppose he could be 120 foot down, couldn't he?
He could be 120 foot in any direction from where we are right now.
Yep. Let's go.
You guys do your thing. Get back to me. I have an idea.
Let's take this spot, Sadiq.
Which spot?
This spot. We're coming back. In case.
We know where it is. Why would I live? Oh. I'm just saying, I
don't want to get us lost.
Yeah, I know you're a member of the Fakawi tribe, but man, Head's got the compass. Oh, what a shame.
I touch the earring and go, Head, we need your compass.
It does not respond.
Let's go down the stairs. We keep on talking to Head to see if we're going towards or away from him, because eventually we're gonna potentially find out that he's one way or another.
True.
Right. Go downstairs.
So you head down the stairs. As you reach the bottom of this narrow 10-foot passageway, at the end, when you reach the bottom of the stairs, about 10 or 15 feet in, it widens out. The walls of the area ahead are untarnished, gleaming copper panels set between rare woods inlaid with ivory. The ceiling is silver, formed so as to reflect or amplify light brought into it. So I dare say, Sadiq, your sword is still lit up. So whatever light...
I haven't lit it up.
Oh, you haven't? Okay,
No.
so any light source you guys have, because it'd be dark otherwise, is amplified by this silver paneling on the ceiling of this chamber. The chain widens to the south, and basically with a set of gently sloping steps leading upward. 6 steps from nearest to farthest are made of onyx, pink marble, lapis black marble, yellow serpentine, and malachite. It's very elaborate in the way that it's set out. And at the top of the stairs is a set of double wooden doors.
Ellie, do the Ellie thing.
Checking the area for traps.
As you ascend looking for traps, roll your investigation.
24.
24. You approach each step with care, searching. Don't seem to find any traps as you ascend, but as you reach the black marble step, is a large bronze key. This is the second key you have found.
Who had the other key?
Head.
Damn. Actually, Kelly could take the key.
Actually,
Okay.
Fiala has the key because Het gave it to Fiala to inspect the throne. So Fiala
I do.
has the golden key.
So now she also has the bronze one.
Yep.
Did you pick the bronze key up, did you?
Allie, did you pick the
Allie?
bronze key up?
Yes.
Before you picked it up, well, as you went to pick it up,
Oh no.
you get a really strange feeling, Alessandro. As you reach down to pick this key up, you get a really strong urge to get as far away from the key as you can possibly get. And you must double your movement in the opposite direction immediately.
And off I go.
So you move back down these large stairs, back up the stairwell into the throne room. Once you get 60 or so feet away from the key, you stop and you snap out of it and look, wait, what? Why am I here? I was just, what? You're confused as to what just happened.
Okay. So, well, with that, I tried going back.
You go back. You can head back down without too many hassles at all.
All right. Do I get to the key?
You can get back to the base of the stairs. Are you going to go try for the key again? You guys see this too. You guys sort of see him. She reached down to pick up the key and then just turns and not runs, but walks very quickly in the opposite direction. And after what seems like 2 or 3 minutes, comes back again.
Did you notice something? What's going on, Allie?
I don't know. I just had this feeling I needed to go that way. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to try the key again.
You can try the key again? Roll a wisdom save this time.
Ooh, wisdom save. 2.
Oh, shit.
Nat 1.
A natural 1! This time, you take 15 points of psychic damage.
Ow!
As you reach down to pick the key up, you get the most intense headache. It almost brings you to the knees. The pain is just blinding.
I'm not picking the key up! No, I'm not picking that up! No!
So do we leave the key and come back for it later when we know what the key actually is?
Maybe this.
I don't know. I'm just not picking that thing up. Nah.
Maybe
Nah.
maybe it's something else in the room that'll help.
All right. Search the room.
Alessandros, you can no longer approach the key. Every time you get to the bottom of the stairs, getting closer to the key, your head starts to ache intensely. And you know that if you get any closer than that, you're probably going to take more damage.
Awesome. I'll keep away then.
Mm-hmm.
So who's doing what?
I'm going to go past the key and go to the door.
Okay. So you have a look at the door. And there is definitely a keyhole in this door.
Oh,
And
money.
It looks like it'll fit the key that is on the step. Well, the key that's on the step looks like it'll fit the keyhole in the door.
Okay, I'm going to go try to pick up the key and stick it in the door.
You will need to make a wisdom save for me.
Hey, these are my best rolls. Oh, not a waste of a natural 20. So, 19.
19? Nice.
Yep.
As you bend down to pick up the key, you feel that pain start to build in your mind. But your orcish blood seems to just not really react to it too much, and you manage to shake it off. And you're able to pick up this key.
Stick it in the hole and turn it.
God, you guys.
What?
This dungeon is making us mad.
You
Character death.
turn the key. Which way do you turn it? Left or right? Just out of curiosity. Clockwise, clockwise or counterclockwise?
Loosey tidy. So.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Yeah.
Lefty loosey. So okay, so you turn it counterclockwise. And almost immediately you turn it counterclockwise, and you have a rush of wind at your left ear, and you turn, and you're looking into the face of it, who has just appeared. In that instant, you just were almost like sucked backwards, and then you disappeared. And you were literally looking, standing at Sadiq as he turns, and you guys are like nose to nose almost.
So he's at the door?
He's
Or-
right beside you. Like you felt this wind in your left ear, and you turn, and Hit's right there. Like literally, almost nose to nose.
Whoa, dude. Hit touches his ear and says, "There's a guy here that looks just like Sadiq. Can you hear me? This Sadiq, I think it's your brother or something."
And I grab my nose and I go, "It is me."
Holy shit, it's you, dude.
I'm gonna run into the door, see if it's Hit.
You run up to the doors, and you run up to Sadiq and Hit, and it is definitely Hit.
Hit.
Okay, now is the door unlocked?
Do you try it? Try pushing it?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
no, it's
push
not unlocked. It's still locked.
Okay, this is a mindfuck dungeon.
Turn the key the other way.
So yeah, try turning the key the other way.
Where is everyone positioned? So you got Sadiq at the door, Fiala and
right
Hit
there.
at the door. Anari, where were
I
you?
was still down the
You're
stairs.
still at the bottom of the stairs. Alessandros is
I-
definitely at the bottom of the stairs because you couldn't approach anyway. So Sadiq, Fiala, and Hit, I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
$17.
You succeed, you only take half damage.
18 for Hit.
You only take half damage.
Oh, I'm definitely taking half damage. 27.
You're definitely taking half damage. Hit, you'll take half because it's cold damage.
Right.
So the total would have been 36 points of cold damage as a blast of frost energy, like a cone of cold, almost just blasts from the doors. But you'll all only take 18 instead of 36. Hit, you will take 9. Yeah.
Is
The bronze key
door
looks
unlocked?
No, it's not. The bronze key, just for reference, looks exactly the same as the gold key. They look identical.
That.
So
I'm gonna
you
put
gonna
the
try the bronze key?
bronze key in. Yeah.
You have the bronze. That's the bronze key that he's using.
this is the bronze key
I'm
I'm
gonna
using
try
on
the
the
other
bloody
key.
door.
I'm gonna try
The
my
gold
key.
gold.
You're gonna try the gold key. Which way are
Yeah.
you turning the gold key? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Hit stands back as far as he can.
Don't forget to do the loosey tighty thing.
Lefty Lucy, because that's how you
So
say it.
counterclockwise.
Oh, I knew a girl called Lucy Tighty once.
Was she a halfling? Alright, anyway.
Jealousy much.
Woo. So as you turn the golden key counterclockwise, everyone in this room, doesn't matter how far away. I mean, you'd have to be in the next room not to be affected by this.
Golly, why
But
crappy.
you are all now at maximum hit points.
What the f-
Oh,
You
you're welcome.
get a weird warm feeling, kind of like getting peed on. I mean, no, not really. You all just feel really good. Anari, your exhaustion is now gone, but everyone is
Gotta
at
keep
maximum
this
hit
door.
points. But the door is still locked.
I've got the feeling that this door actually doesn't unlock. It just does stuff depending on what key you stick it in and which way you go.
Is there another place to stick this?
Well, there's plenty of places you can stick it.
I can
but-
tell you where you can put it.
You could
Just
go righty and tighty.
Kind of worried about that.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
but
of
I
worried
wouldn't-
about the
I wouldn't-
opposite.
I wouldn't do that because the opposite might be really bad. So, how about now that we've got Het back, that mission's complete. There was nothing else here except this door that doesn't want to fucking open.
How about I try pulling it?
Pulling what?
The
Wait a minute,
door.
Hit is confused. There was 3 doors by the beholder, and the beholder, Oscar P said, one door for killing one, the other door for killing all, and the door last left would have everything we wanted.
Big
However-
surprise, Het. He fucking lied to us.
I don't know if that's true or not. The room I
Well-
went to didn't seem to have a lot in it, but a little fountainy thing. Maybe there was something we are missing.
Yeah, but the room that we opened after you disappeared had nothing in it, which should have technically been the room that had everything we would ever want in it.
Mm,
So,
Maybe
big.
This is the room with everything.
Hey? Well, we just don't have the right key.
oh,
Are we in? Is the fountain in this room? It's in here with us, right? Did we try
Nope,
the?
there is no
I don't wanna
fountain in
try
this
the
room.
water.
There is no fountain in this room. This is just a staircase leading up to a double door.
Oh.
You still have the key in the. You still have the key in the keyhole. You turned it counterclockwise, and you're now discussing what you're going to do.
double doors. There a keyhole in both doors.
It's just a single keyhole.
Burn
Have
it
we
down.
tried both doors? Have we actually physically tried both doors separately?
No, single keyhole.
I'm tempted to say try going
Probably
the other way.
did.
Let's inspect the door harder.
Harder inspection on the door.
It will take, if everyone does not mind, 10 minutes to detect magical entities on the door.
That's okay.
Sweet. It takes 10 minutes to detect magic on the door.
And once your 10 minutes has succeeded, the only things that light up magical is what's on your person. The door is not showing any magical aura at all.
Tempted to say just try the other way.
Yeah.
Because at least we know that if something bad happens, if we turn it back the other way, we might get a little bit of healing.
Okay.
Unless it disintegrates
okay,
us.
if we're going to do something that dumb,
We've been doing dumb things all night, Sadiq. It's your turn.
Ow.
I've got the biggest hit pool, so I suggest everyone else backs up a bit, and I'll be the one that twists it. So if it is a little area of effect, I'll take the damage, and I can always twist it the other way.
I'm going out the room.
Is
How
hit
far are you
pool
going?
a secret word for penis?
Hey?
I have never heard of this thing you call the hit pool. You said, I have the biggest, and you grinned and said, hit pool. And I'm thinking, that is, you're comparing, right?
No. Well, in a way, yeah, I am comparing. I'm comparing how much damage that I can take compared to everyone else within the party.
Oh, now I get it. Lucky, that's true. Yeah, you do it, man.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
Fiala thinking, oh god, are they going to start whipping things out?
It's belly, and it's like that's where he takes his hits at.
Yeah. All right. Once everyone's gone, I'll go the opposite direction
Turn
with
it
the gold key.
clockwise.
I'm outside.
Yeah, me too. Taylor, hold my hand. Come with me. Don't stay in here with this crazy guy.
And Ari,
Just-
you
oh,
staying
oh,
or
I-
leaving?
I'm nuts. I'm going to stay and watch just in case.
So Sadiq, you turn the golden key clockwise. It turns once and turns twice, and then the door makes a strange sound. The key is pulled out of your hand and disappears into the door, and the doors slowly slide open.
I'm gonna
Guys,
touch,
it's
I'm gonna
okay.
touch. I'm gonna touch my ring and go. Oh my god! The door ate the key,
Mimic.
and then opened. So it's safe, guys. Gone.
So as the door slowly opens before you, Sadiq, and Anari, you'd probably see this as well. There's a large chamber. The chamber has a silvered ceiling, just as the foyer does. So once again, any light that is brought in here is brightly illuminated with the reflection from the
I'm gonna
ceiling.
light my sword as well.
The walls are made of ivory with gold inlay. Floor is polished agate. Each corner stands a statue of a black iron, easily 9 feet tall. To the northeast stands a sawtoothed two-handed sword raised to strike. The northwest, a huge spike-ended mace. To the southeast, the sculpture holds a wicked spiked morning star, and the one in the southwest has a Volg. I'm not sure what a Volg is, but it has a Volg. I'm assuming it's some form of menacing weapon.
It's a Madonna song.
Actually,
How's it-
really
how's it
cool.
spelled?
Not Vogue.
Oh,
Voulge. A I've never actually heard of it before, to be honest. So if anyone in the chat knows what a Volg is, or anyone wants to
Looking it up
Google
now,
that shit,
So I'm actually interested.
It's a display of power.
Oh, it's I know what it is. It's kind of like a hellbed, but not really.
Oh.
It's like a
A
bladed.
glaive.
It's like a bladed glaive on the end of a pike, kind of.
I can't shoot arrows with any of those things.
Near the centre of the room is a large bronze urn, filigreed in gold. A thin stream of smoke issues from a tiny vent in its brass stopper. On the southern wall stands a granite sarcophagus that appears to be damaged. Flanking the sarcophagus are 2 large iron chests. And to give a reference, we will find said room on my doofer, and we will show you. So, 4 corners are large statues wielding said weapons. The 2 iron chests in the bottom of the room there, the large urn that has a small stream of steam smoke coming from the top, and the large coffin slash sarcophagus at the back of the room.
So those statues, how tall are they again?
9 feet.
9 feet. And they're all brandishing weapons.
Yes, very big weapons, and they're all raised, ready to strike. And so they're all in sort of like a battle pose.
Can I examine one of them? Probably one of the ones closest to the door.
So you want to examine their weapon, or the creatures themselves?
The creatures themselves.
So, roll investigation as you approach the first one, left or right?
Left. 22.
22. You approach it, and it's pretty menacing looking thing, and it's unmoving. Doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary, apart from the fact it's wielding a giant frickin' weapon.
Do the statues look like they're firmly planted in the floor, or they're just there?
They seem to be on some form of sort of pedestal. And
Well,
they're not stone. Is the one thing you do notice, not stone. They're made what looks like out of iron.
Crap, that spoils that idea. Although pulling them down would help, I guess. I got a bad feeling about this room, people.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a tomb of someone. Did we actually, in our research of the Tomb of Horrors, find out who the tomb was for?
Yes, you did. This is the Tomb of Horrors was created for the mage known as Asarak, who then
became a lich.
Became a lich. Yes.
So
Is my amulet glowing the color of undead?
No, there is. In fact, your sword didn't even light up as you entered this room. I forgot to mention that.
Okay, that's never happened before.
And your amulet is doing nothing.
Yeah, I'm thinking we try and pull these statues down that way. Will you two stop it, please?
Turn the chat off so you can't see it.
I have got it off. It goes across the face.
I'm ignoring it.
Okay, so I think we should pull these metal statues down. Piss off, you. Yeah, I think we should pull the statues down. Any ideas?
I think the riddle said the Iron Men do more than meets the eye.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
Okay.
too.
In
Like
my-
Transformers.
In my knowledge of stuff, would I know about war forges or golems?
Roll a intelligence check. Intelligence or history, you choose.
Ooh, okay. I'll roll in history. I get a better buff for that one. I bet the other one, so 21.
You know a fair bit about Warforged. Golems you've heard about, but you've never encountered any, and you're not really. You know that they are magical in nature. Warforged are magical as well, but they have an intelligence where most golems don't.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say, look, I think these statues aren't really statues, so suggest we just leave this room alone. Normally, I'd say let's go loot those boxes, but
I was about to say, do we look at the chests?
yeah, I think
No,
this is-
we
Maybe
don't.
we just look at them from a
No,
distance.
no.
Look,
Walk away.
I tried to light my sword and it didn't light up, which means there's some major shit going on in this room that we don't want to fuck with.
Okay.
Is your sword magical? Is it anti-magic you're talking?
Yeah, potentially, and yeah, I don't think that's a good thing since you're a caster and
Hmm.
Is there another way to go? Besides this room?
Can we? Has anyone really searched this place without really touching those statues? I don't want to open chests, but Hit would like to search the area looking for, I would say, secret doors or secret switches or something.
I'll assist.
Roll investigation. Everyone who's looking for similar, roll investigation.
Nah.
Seven.
Nah.
7?
9.
9? Oh my god,
14.
people.
16.
16 for you?
I win
What was yours?
8.
So,
It was a nat 1.
wow.
Oh my god, oh shit roll.
Yeah, you don't really find anything like that in this room. You sort of look around and yeah, you're not really sure.
So, we got a conundrum. Do we go in and try to loot the
Viola,
place?
Yes.
you, without saying anything, you just walk forward to the closest chest.
Oh god, no.
Again.
Fiona, what are you doing?
He doesn't
Can I
respond.
Can we try to stop her?
You can attempt to stop her, but she's not responding to hit.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to stop her.
Roll strength check. Strength versus strength. Viola,
Oh,
yours will be at advantage.
I got a 12.
19.
Yeah,
You reach out to try and sort of grab her, and yeah, it's almost like the instant sort of karate block move. She just sort of shrugs you out of the way. Hit.
Dance!
Did you? You'll get one reaction as well, just quickly.
Shit.
No, not shit.
Well, Hit has numerous things he would like to do. Hit tries. I know I'm picking this one word. This is what Hit would do. Hit tries. He holds up a symbol of the steel lady and says, "Prone," and cast command. Wisdom save 16 for Fiala, assuming magic works.
Nothing. It doesn't seem to have any effect. No save necessary. Fiala, you walk towards the closest chest, which would be the one that I showed in the map, would have been on the left-hand side. You walk towards it, and you reach out and you open it.
Oh. Opening.
As you open the chest, you look inside, and what you see, when I find my notes, and where is my notes?
Game over, DM, what's his name?
All
I
our
prepared
gold.
them.
You you look into the chest before you, and you find a large bull's horn. It has gold and silver inlay in it. It looks almost like a trumpet, of sort, like it looks like a horn you can blow. It has gold around the mouthpiece, and it has gold and silver inlay and runes down the length of it, and the end of it is inlaid in gold and platinum. You see a dagger shaped in the form of a dragon's tooth. You also see a very fine longsword. You're muted, by the way.
Can I speak now, though?
You can.
Am I-
You were in a, just for a moment. You were just inside your own head, and just were almost obsessed with the chest.
Guys, I think I found our items. Does anyone want to come here and look? Make sure.
Yeah, go up and
Sure.
grab for his shoulder.
Yeah.
And yeah, as surely enough, what she has seen is definitely in there. You reach down. Does anyone want to pick them up?
I don't want to
Yeah,
touch
reach
it.
down for the
Yep.
long
Why
sword
not?
dagger things.
So the not a longsword, sorry, it's a greatsword.
Ooh, great swords.
Yeah, a greatsword. You reach down, and you all sort of recognise from the description that you were given of the items that you were tasked to find that the horn is more than likely the horn of Valhalla, which is what you've been searching for. The dagger, which is shaped like a dragon's tooth but has a golden handle, is more than likely the ancient gold dragon tooth dagger. And the greatsword will be the dragon slayer greatsword.
Cool.
So you're all, I mean, you were given pretty detailed descriptions of the items from Quorum,
And-
what you were searching for.
Heads detect magic still going?
Head is not detecting any magic, even on these items at this point.
No other magic seemed to work in this room anyway, so I'm assuming it didn't work.
It did not work, no. And yeah, and you got the same feeling that you got when you were in the presence of the Beholder, that when you tried to cast some magic.
Well, I guess we found the stuff that we want. Let's get the hell out of here.
I
And
agree.
the Horn of Valhalla is the Horn of Valhalla Silver in D&D Beyond, for those that want to take note of what these are. So you've got the Horn of Valhalla. You've got the Ancient... When I can find... I think I might have to create that one. Gold Dagger... One second. And Dragon Tooth. Might have to look this one up. I think I might have created that.
All right.
It's not showing in my list. Oh no, Dragon's Claw Dagger it'll be, sorry. No, it's not. That's not it at all. That's from a completely different game. Sorry.
Yes, that is my game.
I was looking at it, it's like,
Those
oops.
sound a bit familiar.
I know it did. It did sound. I think I might have created this one and haven't put it in there yet. So.
That's all right. Write it on paper. Whoever's picking it up, easy
Yeah.
peasy.
So we will add
I'll
that
put
one.
the Dragon Slayer's sword on my back next to my other great sword.
I will allow that. Sure.
And who wants the dagger?
I'll take the dagger.
And who wants the
Holy
ringtone?
Jeebus Christ!
It's a singing dagger.
Did someone find a Game Boy in the chest?
When you get when we get a chance, we won't call it the Ancient Gold Tooth. We'll just make in D&D Beyond it'll be the Dagger of Venom, but it's a gold tooth dagger, shaped of a dragon. But I will create it at some point. We'll use it as the Dagger of Venom at this point. That's what I'll base it off.
Alright.
So when Tracy's on the phone, terrible. You're supposed to turn your phone off during doing D.
Mine's not off. I just don't answer it.
So yeah. So make sure that someone's got those things written down
And,
at the release.
I'm thinking Het. You'd probably be the best person to have the horn, maybe.
Het has always got the horn.
Yeah, no, this in particular horn.
Oh,
You horny would be good. Or Inari. Since
Well, yeah, could be for anyone really.
Inari, would you like to take it? My pack is getting rather full.
I can take it.
pretty cool horn, actually.
Why, thank you. Oh, you mean that one?
Oh, what?
Oh, excuse me.
Valhalla Silver.
Horn of Valhalla, silver.
And I had it before and I was like, okay, got it. Done.
Basically
Duh.
allows you to summon an army.
I know. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so Trashy, the dagger, it'll be listed as the Dagger of Venom in the D&D Beyond.
Cool.
But I will create the Gold Tooth Dagger in D&D Beyond before next game. But it'll be based on that anyway. So right, so with that, what are you guys doing?
Leaving.
Leaving.
Trying to find a way out.
We will have to follow all your pink marks you've been leaving behind.
Yeah, which are going to kind of run us everywhere because we kind of went down a hallway and then went back and then went down another hallway and then...
Is there another door out of here?
You can I'll allow you to research for another door. I mean, you did make an investigation and all failed miserably. But if you want wanted to relook for another door, you can all
23
investigate.
Investigation.
20.
20, 23,
How's my roll investigation? Is it a
17.
perception? 15.
15, hit.
Het is not rolling. Het is not looking anymore.
You're not looking anymore? Okay, so either a collective roll, I mean, all pretty high. So let me just, yeah, I think I'll let you find it. But it was a pretty good collective roll. So with that, you do find a small door, well, a pull chain, not unlike certain games that we've all played. A chain hanging from behind the statue. If you're looking back at the doorway on the left-hand side, the large statue behind it is a pull chain. Chain hanging out of the wall with a ring on it.
Dunny flushing?
Kind of
call
like a
me
dunny
Lara,
flush.
And I run up and grab it. No, not really.
Or you Raya.
Yank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. This is Het's chain and yank it.
do
Yanking
that.
hits chain. So with that, you pull on the said chain. I just got to find.
And all the statues spring to life. No.
Well, possibly. No.
Give him ideas.
Don't give the damn ideas. Stupid thing to do.
As you pull on this chain, and the sarcophagus behind you, as you sort of pull on it, it slides over towards the chest you guys just opened, revealing another passageway beneath it.
Can't be too bad, I guess. Shall we have a look?
Look,
We're going.
okay.
I'm going.
Do we bother looking at this, other chest
No.
before we go, or
Up to you.
no? Let's just get it out of here.
Yes, go. Yeah.
We need a bath. We gotta go.
Yeah, God knows what's going on. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here.
Let's follow those. Let's jump into that hole and follow those stairs.
No,
Whatever.
it's not a hole,
wherever
it's a
they go.
stairway. So
Let's go for the stairs.
so the stairs are pitch black. It leads into pitch blackness. You can see it like a daylight, as always. You can see in darkness.
It says, he gets out the lute, listens for it, and strums and says, hit the lights, dan, 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 and lights up the lute to help the others see.
Yeah. As you descend down the stairs, the lute does illuminate once you're out of the chamber.
Same
You-
as my sword.
As you're heading down this corridor, it's a pretty long corridor, about 60, 70, 80 feet long. You get to the end, and there is a ladder at the end. As you look up, because you get how far is your vision? Like 120 feet.
Yes, 120 feet of perfect
Um,
vision.
You look up this ladder, and even at 120 feet, you can see that the ladder disappears into darkness. But there's a dim spot of light at the very top.
Okay, this is a long ladder, goes up a long way. There seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Could
Do
be.
you ascend the ladder, people?
Het was, honestly, people, if Het goes first and gets tired and falls, someone is getting crushed. So
Oh,
Het,
no.
Elves first, then.
yeah, Het should
I'll-
probably go last.
Yeah. Sounds like
Yep.
a good idea. And we'll just climb.
So
up.
who's going first?
I'll go first.
You go first?
Yep.
Who's second?
I'll go second.
So Sadiq and Ari next.
Yeah, I'll go up.
Alessandra, Fiala, then Het.
Correct.
So
Shall we put a rope around Het just in case he gets tired?
Oh, Het won't get tired, but if something is to happen, at least Het won't crush you all. It will be Het on the bottom of the pile.
it takes you some time. It is like I said, Het could see 120 feet and the ladder was still going. By the time you get halfway up the ladder, you're all getting a little sort of, sometimes your muscles get sort of that burning feeling. They start to burn because you're just overusing them, and that constant weight on your arms get tired. You're not in any hurry, so you take your time. No one needs to make any checks. You're all going to make it without too many hassles, but it takes you probably 30 minutes to traverse this ladder. Sadiq, when you get to the top, there is a hatch of sorts, and cracking through the hatch, you see what seems to be sunlight coming through. Just a wooden hatch.
Alright, climb out.
You're going to push on the hatch.
Yeah, push on
Um,
that, yeah.
It's not locked, but it's fairly heavy. It seems like something might be on top of it. I need you to make a strength check for me.
While he's doing that, Het is climbing and humming to himself, singing little words. When it comes to be the soothing light at the end of your tunnel, na 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 na, coming your way.
18.
18. You sort of push it with your hand. It doesn't really budge much. You think, shit. So you prop yourself onto the ladder and you put one foot on one side and you sort of scrunch up against it with your shoulder and you push up with your feet and legs as hard as you can. And you lift it to a point where it gets to that tipping point, and then something slides off it, and it opens, and the sunlight hits you in the face, and it hurts. I mean, you've been in this artificial light darkness for which seems like 2 or 3 days, possibly even more. You're not entirely sure. But the sunlight, like, you know how if you ever worked in a factory or something like that, you walk outside after being in unnatural light all day, and that natural light hits your eyes. It's almost an instant headache type stuff. But you're now outside in what seems to be probably mid-afternoon, but the sun is high in the sky, it is clear, and it is bright. And you all, one by one, reach the top of the ladder and crawl out. The area is not familiar. It's not. This is not where you entered. Definitely, you're definitely not somewhere where you've been before. But you have all escaped the Tomb of Horrors.
Yay!
And that is where we'll end our story for today.
This is not where we parked.
Anybody recognize where the car might be? Let's just try all the alarms.
So I will create the Dragon Tooth Dagger in D&D Beyond before the next show. I thought I had already. Obviously I hadn't. But thank you everyone for joining us once again. We might better be doing some XP, I guess.
Probably a good idea.
Probably a good idea. So
Daddy's
you've
gonna
had...
ask you as soon as we go off air.
I
anyway, so.
know, yeah. So for the Beholder, for the rest of the tomb, just for the overall gameplay tonight, we're going to make it 2,500 XP each, because you got 2,000 each just for the Beholder. So it was a pretty good fight, guys. Very impressive. So 2,500 XP for all of you for tonight's escapades. You have completed the Tomb of Horror portion of the story. Yeah, so now you got some, once again faced with choices, what to do next, where to go, how to proceed. Going forward, you now have the second batch of items that you were searching for. One more batch of items to go, potentially. And you already know where they are, so it's up to you where you go next. Yes, they did, Drax. They retrieved the Gold Tooth Dagger, the Horn of Valhalla, and the Dragon Slayer Greatsword. And it was thanks to Fiela's curiousness. her uncontrollable urge to touch shiny things.
Exactly.
Which got us in trouble earlier.
Not curious.
Couldn't help it.
But yeah, so with that, that will conclude this tonight's episode. That is the end of the Tomb of Horrors. Thank you so much, players, for enduring the dungeon crawl. Actually went about... I was hoping it was going to go for maybe 1 or 2 episodes more, but no, it was actually worked out really well. That was my adaptation of the Tomb of Horrors module that is available on D&D Beyond as well. It's from the Tales of the Yawning Portal. For those that want to actually go have a read of it, if you have got it, it's part of the Tales of the Yawning Portal. It's actually a really cool module, and one day I wouldn't actually mind running it specifically on its own as it was intended. I have made a whole bunch of changes to it, so to make it more interesting and suit the story. So awesome. So you guys did get a bit of stuff out of there. You got some more experience. You leveled up, of course, as well. So now all our players are level 10. And we'll see what happens next week. So guys, thank you in the chat for hanging out with us again tonight. Thank you for the resubs, the new followers, and such. We're not going to raid anyone tonight. We're just going to shut down the show, and I'll probably just host someone. We will see you again next Sunday night, same time, for the next episode, which I believe is episode 45, which will see our heroes probably trying to track down the wagon, I'd imagine, because they have no idea where they are right now. But thank you, Grim, for hanging out with us. Roasted Chickens, I saw you in the chat there as well. Malice dropped in with a raid or a host, and we had Perky Percy drop a follow. We had Gordo, Medic, Burning Pie all dropping follows tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. very, very much. We had a couple of resubs as well, which is awesome. Always good to see. Yeah. So Baz has got to go, so he's got to get up early and go to work.
He sure does.
And
dude.
we've got a kid to get up to in the morning as well. So cheers, guys. Thank you for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Ta-ta.
So, who had that sleep potion?